Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Owen, and tonight I'm lucky enough to guest host the Smoke Daily Show. Tonight, yes, tonight, we'll be covering the debate between John Doyle and Hunter Avallone on the future of gender roles in America. I'll be joined tonight by our favorite geographically challenged individual and my second favorite epileptic, British Max.
Howdy, chaps.
Howdy, chaps.
Marvelous.
The last time we saw Doyle go toe-to-toe with Avalon, it was an impromptu debate on Rebel News. Avalon was caught coping, seething, and, this just in, malding, something which the young Mason-adjacent political commentator attributes to a lack of preparedness. With several months at his back, we'll see how he performs in the rematch. Are we live? Do we have it up?
Yeah, we're live. We're entirely live right now.
Oh,
you also forgot to mention we've got one other guest.
Oh, we do have one other guest?
Oh, yeah, the short guy. You can see.
He's easy to overlook.
He's 5 inch long.
He's 7'12".
It's true.
Coming in at 419 pounds. Nick.
Anything you want to say, Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Did you just wink at your mum?
Yeah.
Average Hunter Avallone enjoy.
It's true, yes. So, we'll be taking corners in this fight. I'll be the underdog supporter of Hunter Avallone.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Somebody's got to do it.
That tracks, under 6 foot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, looking at the gender roles,
yeah,
I'm going to be supporting the masculine guy.
Well, of course.
Well, of course you are. You've been cooking all week. You've got kind of that feminine side.
I felt
Of course you'd be looking up for a man.
I'm a delightful cook.
I felt like Batman. I've had a British guy cooking 3 meals a day.
I'm that bloke in it. He's like Alfred.
Alfred.
Hey, Owen, can you move a little closer to the microphone?
Yeah.
Yeah, could you do that, please? And then could you also get in the proper seat?
Oh, yeah, get over.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam from the Sam Daily Show. We are looking forward to seeing a great debate tonight. It's Hunter Avallone, which is somebody I used to know very personal. I mean, that was one of the guys that actually brought me to the right. Now, John Doyle is the one who brought me to the far right. And that's that. So, back to you, Max.
Back to Max. Oh, We're gonna do like a Max fun fact of the day.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do we do?
Did you guys
today?
know that Max is British?
What does it smell like in Britain?
What does it smell like in Britain? Great question, Vic. Usually smells of smog, foreign spices. That's about
Define
it,
foreign.
really. No.
Because, like, for us
Oh, we've
Americans,
got the stream. Good.
British spices would be foreign spices.
Full screen or chat?
Full screen, full screen. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Probably just gentlemen.
We got to get this guy some water. Vic,
Me?
could you get him some water, please?
I'm struggling. I'm struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a water. Yeah. Yeah. What's that?
You could bring
later,
the like
later, don't worry
2-gallon
about it.
Chateau milk, chocolate milk.
No,
Yeah, I'll
just
take a
grab
water
some
as well.
waters. Some
It's
waters.
nice that we scrambled for like, 40 minutes to get this thing on the road, and Sam nearly had an aneurysm, and now they're.
Oh, they're here. We were actually doing things, by the way, today. We weren't just sitting around.
It's true. We've been very busy. Trust the plan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Big things in play.
Plan imminent, something like that.
Yeah. Plan-based, imminent, not trusters.
Literally
Secret
this.
coping.
So true.
Yeah, somebody's got to let me know what you guys did, because whenever I came home, there was dirty dishes everywhere. So,
Yes, we ate like dogs.
all right.
Somebody's got to go through the food in this house.
I think Sam Daly Show might be a plan not truster, a disloyal.
He
R.
might be disloyal.
Oh, we got a comment here. It says Sam from the Sam Semi-Monthly Show.
Very true.
It's going to be
We like
weekly.
that. We
This week,
we like to hear that.
I'm proud to announce that this week the Sam Daly Show will be every day,
Yes, we
most likely.
haven't got a time nailed down yet, but we do plan to be doing shorter segments, but we're going to do it every day.
Oh,
Thank
say
you,
hi to
Vikram.
the camera, Vic. This is Vic, everyone.
Full name Vikram.
It's right here, Vikram.
I know an autistic guy named Vic. Well, not this one. A different autistic guy named Vic.
The other autistic guy named Vic.
Wait. So what exactly is the debate over? Is that
So, as far as I
something in
understand it, the debate is on the future of gender roles in America.
So we do know that John Doyle is not the best debater. He's not a master debater. That's probably a good thing. However, we have seen him stumped in debates many times before, despite his evidently superior articulatory skills.
He's really
During
good.
his videos.
He's more of a rhetorician than he is a debater. I mean, we saw in the debate that he did with the one libertarian guy, I mean, he presented his points really well, but what he really struggled with is sort of integrating his viewpoint into the facts that the opposing side presented. He didn't have a lot of statistics, and I know we can say, like,
Source
debunked,
study.
but I do think it's important to be able to pivot away, at least effectively, from those statistics.
Yeah,
Say,
yeah.
okay, let's focus on the actual thesis here rather than these numbers. But he couldn't do that. He was just like, well, you're fat. So
Yeah. What you do is you present it, you elaborate, and then afterwards you come in with the "I have a better bench press than you." Either
Right.
that, or you don't engage at all.
and you just
And
bench them.
Just bring up your bench press.
Yeah.
I think it's also a different
Why are all
environment
the
than
guys
John
in
is
the,
used to.
Why are all the guys in the live stream? None of them
Soy?
lift. None of these guys are lifters.
These guys are sponsored by Big Soy.
True.
Hey, what do you say over there?
I was saying it's also a different environment than John is used to. He's used to going out to parades and things where his, chat homonym attacks are really funny and work and they're great for content. But when you get up on a stage and you're going on a 1v1 more formal debate style, you have to be able to, like Owen and Max were saying, be able to back up your sources and things like that, have things ready and anticipate what the other side is going to say rather than just like, haha, you look funny, like you can do at the funny people who go to pride parades.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, for different people in the movement to fulfill different roles. I mean, we've got the Ben Shapiro, like, listen, gang, another libtard destroyed. And he's really good at that, but he's really bad at, like, literally everything else. So
That's not true. He's great at selling products.
That's true. I literally, until my girlfriend bought me this one, I had a movement watch for several years
Oh, wait a second.
because of
What?
my Ben Shapiro phase.
Okay.
I bought it with discount code Shapiro.
The MVMT.
Yeah.
Bro, I was gonna buy one of those.
They're really nice.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, here we go. We're live.
Well, I'm just setting up the stream here because I thought it would be on YouTube, and then it turns out it's not on
Claims
YouTube.
to be
If
uncensored
you do-
America, yet I can hear exactly zero audio.
Curious.
Well, I mean, the audio that is here is.
with a
Oh.
volunteer tag, or
Here we go.
myself, or Sean over there in the corner, and we can set you up with all the things you
I
need.
don't
How
know.
based
With that
is
out
this
of the
code gonna
way,
be?
I'll hand
We
this
won't
over
talk
to
through
Sean
the
today.
debate, but
What do you think his bench is?
his bench.
Yeah.
I don't know. This guy.
Thank you, James. That was very nice. Welcome, everybody.
Minimal.
I'm glad everybody came
Yeah,
out.
I
This is a
don't think
great
he's-
evening. If you don't know about us yet, we're a nonpartisan organization that's a free speech org. But where we differ from most free speech organizations is that we are trying to push back against cancel culture and censorship. And the most effective way to do that is to actually host people who are censored, canceled, or have dissenting opinions. So that's our main priority, but we'll host anybody.
He deserves a lollipop.
Any debate with anyone at any time. So
What kind of lollipop?
we're trying to
did you
bring
get?
back a
Tootsie Pop,
free speech
chocolate,
culture
or
to
maybe the
America.
strawberry.
I mean, you have the
Chocolate?
First
Strawberry's
Amendment,
pretty
which is
good.
great.
Guys, he sounds
but
serious.
If you've ever tweeted anything provocative or if you've had a controversial opinion, you know what it's like out there to get canceled or censored. You don't really have free speech in the practical sense. You do have it legally, but not really in a practical sense. So that's what we're going to try and change.
Many such cases.
And we're fighting a good fight every day. We were just at Penn State 2 weeks ago.
You know they
I
do
don't know if
say.
anybody saw about
You
that,
say
but
peacock.
It got a
Nobody
little
bats an
crazy.
eye.
And just being here right now
You say
is a
poopcock?
victory for free speech.
Everybody
Might sound
loses
ridiculous,
their
but
minds.
You say
if
peacock.
you saw
nobody
anything
bats an eye.
that
You bring up
happened
FBI
at Penn
statistics.
State,
You've got to talk into the microphone.
you probably
No,
heard
no,
that
no,
Gavin
no.
McInnes
Crime
was going to speak
statistics.
there. There were a bunch of news articles written about it. There were protests planned, and it was going to be a big event. We had lots of people that were going to come out. But then event day came, and Penn State canceled the event, which,
L.
look, let's be real. The protesters wanted to shut it down. They won. And that's terrible. That's awful that they were able to pull that off, that
No
they were able
good.
to censor and cancel 2 speakers on campus. And like I said, hundreds came out. If you saw Alex Stein's Twitter or his YouTube,
Stein?
there was a
We
girl
don't
that
Alex
spit on
Stein?
him.
Oh, that's the
during
guy.
The protest,
That's
and
the
gone
guy.
viral
It's
all- all
the
across the
AOC.
country.
Primetime 99
And he was
Alex
on Tucker
Stein.
Carlson
I've
talking
heard.
about
That
it.
juicy butt.
So it was still a big deal, but unfortunately, there are people that will try to shut us down. There were a few protesters out there, but they didn't come anywhere close to this to try and shut us down.
What they
So
lack in numbers, they make
thankfully,
up for
we're
in
here,
mass.
We're going to have a debate, and we're going to have a great time
That
tonight.
due to John Doyle's lack of
So,
relevancy in
with
modern day
that
America.
said, I think the moral of the story really is that we got to keep fighting. There's a lot of challenging issues, a lot of challenging times ahead.
This guy's
and
talking
we just
about
gotta
free
keep fighting
speech, but
through
like,
it. I mean,
just
even when they try
physiognomy
to
check,
cancel
I
you,
think
when
he
they
probably
do
votes
successfully
Democrat.
succeed in
Or
canceling
worse,
you, shutting you
libertarian.
down, or writing an SPLC hit
Third
piece on
party
you.
chat.
You have to keep fighting, because if you don't, they win. And that's why we're here today, because we're going to keep fighting. Yeah. But if you want to start a chapter of Uncensored America at your campus, if
At least he's
anybody's
doing
out of town,
something,
which
I'll
I'm
give him
sure
that,
quite a few
you know.
people from here are,
I'm sure he's a good natured
go to
man.
uncensoredamerica.us. And
This guy's really boring.
Yeah.
Correct.
What are you guys gonna do this week?
Me?
I'm going to
plans?
play
Well,
Among Us.
JJ's not here, so I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
True, very true.
I
A
think,
massive loss for the Sam Daily Show.
I think your mum is a traveling up.
Oh yeah, he's my mum.
Didn't say your
I'm
mum.
gonna do your mum.
We'll go to the gym, of course. We'll get Owen. Get
Yes.
Owen to the gym.
Max is gonna teach me the ways I'm gonna be bigger than Max in 3 weeks.
Most likely.
YouTubers that you probably watched at some point
Oh, whoa,
in
here we
your
go.
Internet history.
Here we go.
And you've had a great time enjoying them. But now you get to see them in person. We are going to be
It looks like
debating
the Fortnite
gender roles.
font.
Specifically, should America return to traditional gender roles? And in the affirmative, we will have the Christian conservative, who is the host of Heck Off Commie.
Do you think he has a
YouTube.
bumble?
And in the negative, we will have a left-wing YouTuber who you may remember from a few years ago was actually a Republican, hardcore conservative that is now a
Hardcore
left-wing YouTuber.
conservative.
So,
Yeah, there he is, our
everybody
guy.
please
Let's go,
welcome John Doyle,
Avalon.
Hunter
Avalon was conservative, like my mom is conservative.
If that. They're not. Are they applauding?
Better not be.
I'm applauding.
John Doyle better like. Oh yeah, these guys are Doyle supporters. 100%.
Do you think we could find JJ in the crowd?
Is he?
He should be. He's there.
JJ is in the crowd.
JJ, my beloved.
We can locate JJ.
Hey, real quick, is that I just got a text message from somebody's mother in here. I'm not going to say who it is, but if you can guess in the chat who it is,
Now,
you
before we
get
start,
a high five.
Quick, the debate rules for both you guys.
Debate rules.
We will be answering the question tonight: should America return to traditional
blood.
gender
Yet
roles?
they claim to be for
We
free
each have
speech.
A 10 minutes to give an open statement.
Curious.
But you guys
Makes you
agreed that
think.
he would
No
do
weapons.
a 15 one, and you would do a
I can't see the
5-minute
screen.
closing statement.
Is that a V-neck? with
at
a
the end?
Suit?
So
jacket?
we will have 2 segments and a
okay.
crossfire in between. The first segment, each debater will get 5 minutes each, and then another round 5 minutes each, and then we'll go to the crossfire. Then we'll have a second segment.
That could be
where
exciting.
We'll
Crossfire
have
could
5
be
minutes
good.
each again, another 5 minutes
Pretty good
each
engagement, mostly
to
from like
respond.
my mom.
And then we'll have
Yeah,
10 minutes
not
of
really.
closing statements per debater.
JJ's
There'll
listening
be a
in.
20-minute Q&A at
I
the
love
end.
you, JJ.
All
My beloved.
questions are welcome, and
JJ,
anything
charge the stage
up for grabs.
if you can hear us.
We will
Oh,
start
my
a line right
girlfriend's
here. And
That was not incitement. I was
There are no
trolling.
prepared notes, but you can prepare your openings, and you do have notepads that you can write anything you want.
Oh yeah, don't forget to
So, without
like
further
and
ado,
comment and
John,
share
let's kick things off.
and such.
Yes, please remember that the Sam Daily Show is daily, once a week.
The audio? Is that a yes? Very good.
Did he get new glasses?
Good evening. I would like to thank everybody for coming out this evening. Even those who came out in the protest to protest against Hunter and myself, the two cis white men. You know, these are the real revolutionaries, right? It gets a little bit cold out, and all of a sudden fighting the fascists isn't so appealing. But these are the people who would have held Stalingrad, right?
Yeah. Wait, no, you're
But
supposed to.
Hunter
boo
and
for
I,
that.
you know, we had a real sort of Venom and Sandman moment
scared me.
behind the stage. You know, I was like, look, you want to kill the SJWs. I want to kill the SJWs. Together, they don't stand a chance. Interesting. Okay, look, it's uncensored America, right? If you don't have like a
Dang,
right
if
here and
I
there,
get
is it really
banned
free speech?
because of John
Probably not.
Doyle.
But anyways, this is the
No,
most
it's okay, then we can
professionally
sue.
organized event that I've
wonder
ever
if
done,
Nick got
and I
that
know
message.
that Hunter said the same as well backstage. So
I wonder
thank
if
you
Nick
to
got that
Uncensored
message.
of America for putting this on. Thank you, of course, to the security for putting this on. Can we get a round of applause for them for doing such a fantastic job?
Come on, England.
So,
If Nick did
the
get
topic
message,
that
I
we will
quit.
be debating this evening is, of course, whether
I do what?
America should return to
Okay.
traditional gender roles. I believe that we absolutely should, and my opponent this evening disagrees. And so, for the sake of intelligent discussion, I would hope that we can avoid the sort of sophomore characterizations of these traditional gender roles as oppressive and evil, because they aren't. They're quite the opposite, actually. Contrary to the popular narratives, when America retained these roles, women were still working, they were involved in their communities, they enjoyed different hobbies and projects, they owned businesses, etc. But ultimately, both men and women understood that their ultimate purpose was to raise boys to be good men, good husbands, and good fathers, and to raise girls to be good women, good wives,
See, I've
and
got
good
comments
mothers.
already, but I don't know when.
Those who tend to sympathize with the views expressed by my opponent tend to regard those roles as not only harmful, but as socially constructed. Therefore, I believe that the crux of this debate this evening will be a difference of worldview, nature versus nurture, genetics versus environment, what our role is here on Earth, etc.
Strong opening.
With traditional
I don't know
gender
about
roles,
that.
gender stereotypes, I would simply recall the Supreme Court precedents on pornography. You know it when you see it. You know, we're all familiar with these. The question is, where do they come from? Those who tend to sympathize with my
Pornographies?
opponent would believe that things like race, like nationality, childhood, madness, age, intelligence, beauty, that these things are all social constructs, gender roles included, that they only exist because for whatever reason we, typically white men, have decided that they should. This is,
based.
of course, not the case. Men and women are fundamentally different. Their behavior is different. Their temperament is different. And this is much more related to their biology than to their environment. Behavior is biological. Think about what gender role even means. Gender as a word containing the prefix gen, like genesis, generation, generate, meaning
Genital.
coming to be, followed by der, like dermatology, taxidermy, referring to skin, referring to flesh. So gender literally means your biological role in coming together
a
and
very
creating
interesting
new flesh,
tangent.
He needs to
creating
talk
life. Therefore,
faster.
any gender role that you might have, by definition, would be your role in cultivating stable families
Damn, I think
and
he
stable
heard you.
children, and by extension,
I think you gotta
stable
go down the Ben
societies.
Shapiro route,
Our
get more
biological
words per
drives
minute
and
out.
instincts, whether you look at it from an evolutionary
some of
perspective
them are
or from a religious
like
perspective, are oriented towards reproduction. And because of that, these gender roles and gender
Please don't pick
stereotypes
your
are
nose on
completely
screen.
syndicated
I
all
didn't-
throughout the
I
world and
can.
all throughout history.
No, he was
With
he was
so
off
much
screen that
difference
time. It's
between
fine.
all of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
cultures
good.
and all of these time periods,
I'm
it
gonna
really
pick
makes
your
you
nose
wonder
on
why the
screen.
only
Okay.
thing that they have in common besides these gender roles is human
Type in
biology.
chat if you want Max to
Any
pick his
honest
nose on
preschool
screen.
teacher, any honest parent can
Super
testify
chat from
that the
Max
average
picking his nose.
differences
Super chat.
and girls.
$4
In
and it'll
English,
do it.
the word that we have to describe those who insist that there are no innate differences between the
Remember,
sexes
every
is
dollar is another
childless.
day that Max can extend
This is
his
your
green
average
card.
feminist, of course, as we know. But let's experiment. You know, suppose that you were a visitor
See,
to a
he
previously
opened with,
unknown society. You discover another
like
continent or something.
implying
Gave the
that
members of
anybody
that
who took
society
the
a
opposite
test,
position
requiring
had
them
an
to
an
identify
ad
the
or
gender of
a
random
sophomoric
person from
take,
that
and I don't
society
I don't
described by a
disagree with
series of
that.
adjectives.
But
One
he
is
started off
described
with the
as
whole Chad
sentimental,
homonym thing
submissive,
rather than
superstitious,
any sort of
affectionate, dreamy, sensitive, attractive,
The classic
dependent,
John Doyle opening
emotional,
move.
fearful,
yeah. So like
Another is
anything he
described
says,
as
he's hoping will be
adventurous, forceful,
the
independent,
audience will be
strong,
primed to think that it could be
aggressive,
sophomoric,
autocratic,
but I don't think that's going to
enterprising,
work because I
robust,
think what
stern,
Avalon's going to do is he's going to be like,
courageous,
actually, in the last 50
continuing,
years,
rude,
SSRI
severe,
or something like that, and I just like.
What is the
The rhetoric is effective by itself, but in the context of a debate, I don't think it's going to sway people who don't already share many presuppositions with Doyle.
I think John's done quite well in outlining why Hunter holds the beliefs that he holds.
Because he has no bitches.
With females in the second set of males. Moreover, since gender roles
I think maybe that could steer
that
people towards John.
Insight into the truth
was that have more of an
can be found
understanding
in
as
what
to
each sex is
the
attracted to in a mate.
illegitimacy of
If these
Hunter's
roles are
claims.
socially conditioned, then it should make no
I
difference,
think that this is
especially not throughout the world
true,
in cultures
but
that don't have our level of
I also
You talk
think
in a British accent.
But
Wait,
everyone-
wait,
Can
true,
we hint on this right here that like he's totally lost the audience at this point? I wish we had more time to talk to this about this before it started. But the point of a debate is it to win the crowd? Because he's lost me.
Social status and ambition in men much more than physical appearance.
Well, that might also
Bet
be
you
because
can
I'm
guess
running a
what men
switchboard
value,
and audio.
which was
So
them being young and physically attractive.
there's that.
Well,
Remember, once
he's
the
kind of
designers
all
of
over
the
the place
study
with his
knew
points.
an
He's just
anonymous
kind of jumping from
person's
thing to
preferences or
thing,
ideals were
and
innate.
he's just kind
They
of
could predict
running down the
sex of
clock
that
at this point. It
person
sounds
with
like to me
92%
personally.
accuracy. Sounds to me like no matter where
Let's
you
listen
are,
in a little bit
women
here.
want
Yeah.
confident providers and men want beautiful women, and we wonder why feminists are mad. So what is attractive in males and females is attractive because it implies how they will suit the role that we desire them for. Desirable traits in males imply the role of the provider and the protector, and desirable traits in women imply the role of the mother. If our society is to have a future, then it will require men and women to get together and have children. And if there are roles and behaviors that we are biologically predisposed to pursue, then it is better to pursue them than to fight reality and just be miserable. So those like my opponent will have
He's
to
not
explain
wrong. It's
why
just like
Western
he's
social
bringing a
constructs actually have a
golf
greater
club to a chess
impact and
match.
syndication on the world, and can explain this better
It's gonna be a
than
2 hour,
simple biology,
40-minute
and why this has
John
been the case for
thesis.
virtually all
Yeah,
of human
yeah, yeah.
history.
Hunter says anything.
Why has there never been a matriarchal
I expect
society
Hunter's
where all the
going
men throughout
to
the
go
world are
after,
sending
well, what
letters
if
back
certain
and forth
women
with
don't
notes
want to
on how
do, you know,
oppress women?
X biological
No, male
thing?
leadership is rooted in
And that's a
biology.
pretty big
Despite
hole
our
in John
universal
Doe's
awareness of these
arguments if
traits,
he's not
we're told that
prepared
they are
for it.
I think he might have made a
stereotypes, which is to
mistake here. He said,
say
why has there never
bad
been a
recognized
matriarchal
patterns.
society?
Despite this,
There hasn't been...
stereotype accuracy
I think he
is
could back
actually
up
one of
that
the
claim,
most
like saying that
replicable
any
facts
matriarchal
discovered in social
societies
psychology.
are,
Sure,
you know,
stereotypes
tribal
may be bad if we're all
throughout history. There
taught
aren't any
that people
large-scale
on, like,
empires
Mars
that are
are a
matriarchal.
certain way,
But
which
if
causes
Hunter's
us to think
prepared, he will
inaccurately of
probably
them.
have some
But men
examples
and
that he
women
can say
interact
were...
with each other
Yeah, yeah.
constantly for
Isn't there a
their
Matriarchal.
Netflix show that came on recently
idea
that
the
was
average
matriarchal
person would
with like the
ignore a
black
lifetime of
slaves?
personal
You don't want me to talk about that on
experience
live
just to
stream.
subconsciously uphold
Hey,
some
let this guy
profound myth
speak.
just simply
This
defies
guy's
belief.
starting to sound
Most studies
smarter.
of
I like
stereotype
him.
accuracy have shown them to be accurate generalizations relying
Chief
on
Gub,
probability
we are
rather than
improving.
category, meaning
Getting better.
acknowledging the existence of tendencies can coexist with acknowledging the existence of outliers. For example, there's an overwhelming empirical evidence of sex differences in temperament. In a review of sex difference research, psychologist Alice Eagley found that existing research refutes 4 commonly asserted
Someone
claims about
who
sex
took the phone
differences:
away.
that they are small, inconsistent from study to study, artifactual, and inconsistent with stereotypes. Eagley notes that despite frequent repetition
We are now
of such
playing
claims, it is not
charades
cultural
with Sam
stereotypes that
instead of
shatter
listening to
by
the debates.
contemporary psychological research, but rather the scientific consensus forged in the feminist movement in the 1970s. But maybe those differences do exist. But it's because of socialization and environmental conditioning. Okay, how can we test that?
No, I'm sorry, not the
By
belt,
looking at
not the
children,
belt.
right? Since the period during which they would have been socialized into believing these things would be the shortest. Well, from a young age, boys are far more competitive than girls. Even in preschool, they engage in more competitive activities than girls. Moreover, a study of 2nd through 12th graders revealed that girls reported stronger attitudes about cooperation and weaker attitudes about competition.
Sorry, Dad.
Janet Lever's famous study of how children play reflects this as well. Young boys are far more likely to engage in games, meaning play where there is
Actual live
specific
beating.
competitive goals, while girls are far more likely to engage in play without explicit goals or competition like hopscotch, jump rope, etc. And even that competition is actually indirect because it's through turn taking instead of more explicit in the moment competition like boys engage in. And of course, domination and leadership are forms of competition as well. Dominance
We just had a live
behaviors are those
example of
intended
this.
to achieve or maintain a position of high relative status, to obtain power, influence, resources, all the things that women want, etc. And studies have shown that when children get together,
I'm
even
just
in
mentally
preschool
prepping
years, dominance
myself for a
hierarchies
Hunter
emerge
Avallone speech
spontaneously.
this long.
Some children are
It's
far
gonna be
more
awful.
influential and
Well,
less
that's when we can
subject to
screw
aggression
around.
by others.
Yeah,
Boys
yeah.
engage in a significantly greater amount of dominance play related than girls do,
Maybe we
such
could
as playing with weapons,
also engage
engaging in
in
rough and tumble
dominance play.
and then also in mixed sex groups in nursery schools,
I might
boys
sit that
end
one
up
out.
disproportionately at the top of the class.
He already got his share.
This is
Yeah.
very important because little boys
Hey,
and
somebody
girls
in
are
chat asked
basically
why
equal at
Max
that age
likes men.
physically. So if male dominance
Fake.
throughout world history is only due to this later developed strength,
Yeah,
you'd
so we've
expect
got
there to be a delay in
lights
these
on right
behaviors,
now.
but there aren't.
They're pretty
It's
bright,
instinctual.
so
Even among mixed
the
groups
camera's
of
picking that up and
33-year-old
trying to adjust for
toddlers,
it for
girls
Max.
are far more likely to listen to instructions from boys.
Don't believe
than
your
vice
lying
versa.
eyes.
Male leadership is just natural. The historical
Don't make me
record
come
is
back over there.
perfectly clear. Men have generally achieved status through dominance of other men, and women have generally achieved status through their associations with high-status men, sometimes even by competing with women for them. Not surprisingly, in same-sex pairings, a high-dominance individual will assume a leadership position over a low-dominance individual. However, when a high-dominance woman is paired with a low-dominance man, the man actually tends to assume the leadership role, but it's not because he asserted dominance over the woman, but rather because the woman selected him to be the leader. Conversely, females in all known societies exhibit
just
more
kinda sounds
nurturing
like he's
behavior than
talking
males,
to
both
his,
inside and outside of the family. Everywhere, it is women who are the
this is like a
primary
YouTube video.
caretakers of the young,
A
the
little bit.
sick, and the
You
old.
know?
Psychological
This
studies
is what I was
confirm
talking
that
about
women
with
are more
Nathaniel
empathetic than
Abbott
men,
the other day.
regardless of age or their
The
measures of
closer that you get,
which is of course
or the farther that you get
substantially
from
correlated, with
either
nurturing
pole,
behavior. And females
the
of
more
all ages tend to
complicated
be
it becomes to actually make a
person-oriented,
point,
while
because you
males
lose
tend to be
some
object-oriented.
value
As early as
presuppositions
their
that you would
first year of
have
life
if you
even,
are on the
girls
far
pay more
left or the
attention
far
to
right.
people, and boys pay more attention to inanimate objects. When
Are you
shown
trying to say that
identical
he needs-
photographs,
John Doyle
males
needs a
have
gay
greater
friend?
tendency to report seeing objects, while
Yeah, I'm
females
saying John
do
Doyle should
seeing
become a
different people.
centrist.
Differences in orientation affect the way that people perceive themselves. Women's self-identity and self-esteem tend to be centered around sensitivity and their relations to others, while a man's self-concept tends to be centered around task performance, independence, dominance, things of that nature. And one study showed that 50% of women, but only 15% of men, agreed with the statement, when I can succeed at something that will also make other people happy. This provides insight into the differences between male and female depression. And females on average,
I wonder if he's got the
outperform
source
males
on
language
hand
skills
rather than
right
just
out of the
saying a
womb.
source,
They typically
because
start
I'm sure
speaking earlier
Hunter
and
will
advance
bring that
the
up, like, well, what
sentences
source
sooner
do
than
you-
baby
Well, it
boys.
doesn't sound like
Males
they
do catch
can.
up
He doesn't
much
have
later.
the John
Throughout their
Doyle
school years,
sound effect whenever the
girls score
source
higher
comes
on
up on
average
screen.
than
Oh, that is
boys do
true.
in
That's
both
gonna be a
reading
major
and writing. Conversely, the
detriment.
ratio
We yet
of
to get
boys
the
who score over
iTarget
700 out of 8
sponsorship.
in the math
I wonder
section
if
of
that's
their
gonna
SAT
occur within
is
the next 5 to
13 to
10
1.
minutes.
Certainly,
It's
each
getting
culture may
crazier out
have
there,
their
and
unique
if you're a-
quirks and eccentricities for how males and females behave, but the fundamentals are obviously biological. EET
Chat's
and
firing
fMRI
up now.
scans
It
have allowed
says
us
that
to
John
view
is
how the
known for
male and
talking
female
gender
brains
roles.
activate in certain areas when solving
That's
problems
true.
and responding to stimuli.
What's the
Males have
debate
2.5
about?
times the
Pablo,
brain
the
space
debate is
devoted to
about
sex
gender
drive
role.
and
Oh,
larger areas
somebody
devoted
answered.
to aggression and action.
I'm bad at playing
The
this
corpus
role.
callosum, which links the left side of the
It's
brain
okay,
to the
there's a
right
first time
side,
for everything.
thicker
This is
in
my
women,
first time
meaning it's
being
better
beat
able
live
to
on
pass
camera.
messages than together, which is shown to
But you know, we get better at it over time.
fluency.
I really hope that was the
Much as
actual
progressives
live
want to
camera
point
angle.
out the differences
Yeah, was
between
it,
men and
Sam?
women, there's simply no respect
That's about to be.
for that
Oh, he's
anymore.
about-
Science is settled, if you will. A number of medical studies have even shown that female-to-male organ transplants are more likely to fail than male-to-male organ transplants, even when controlling for body size.
So
The
my
bottom
liver
line,
is-
as articulated by Dr. Margaret McCarthy, is that
Dude, that
sex is a
shoe's gonna get
biological
taken.
variable that profoundly influences the physiology
John
of
Doyle
every
literally
organ
said
in the
that,
body.
like,
And of course,
my
the brain
appendix is
an
stronger
organ.
than a woman's
Sure,
appendix.
There's variance. Sure, women with higher
I don't
levels
think
of
he means that.
testosterone are more likely to
I-
be
I mean, he literally
spouses.
said
They're more likely to have
that
stronger
a
handshakes,
male to
or
male
less likely
or
to
a
smile in
female,
photographs.
like
There's
a
always
female to
interesting
male
little quirks.
organ
But
transplant
any
is not as
neurologist
successful
would
as a
be
male
able
to
correctly
female organ
identify those
transplant.
brains as females.
So I guess you just have like a
Because the
sigma
differences are that significant.
small
Therefore,
intestine.
Okay,
my
sigma
opponent is to
small.
win the
We'll go with
debate.
that.
He will
We'll go
have
with
to
that.
Somebody
prove
said
that
Smoke
gender
is
roles
the
in
most
themselves
handsome
do not
guest on
exist
Sam
at
Daily
all
Show.
beyond arbitrary and
This is
perhaps
debatable.
oppressive
Only
Actually,
by a
I'm
margin of
Nick,
one.
not
Why
Owen,
that's
but I
been the case
appreciate
for
that
virtually all
compliment.
of history. Gender roles, of course, only
Good
being
pivot,
relevant
good
to
pivot.
this
Who said that,
discussion
Sam?
because of failed
JJ?
predictions.
It was probably his
well, if we stop
girlfriend.
oppressing them,
It's,
it'll be equal.
her-
And then, well, if we
it's
stop
actually a
discriminating
female,
against
and
them,
it's,
it'll be equal. And now finally, the blame is on
base?
these internalized attitudes
Mrs.
about
Smoke?
gender and socially constructed things that can't be proven.
Wonder who
then
that could be.
that'll finally be equal. Why
Probably
is
his
it that
mom.
the profile, though,
I don't think so.
person in America is also the profile of she who we're told is the greatest beneficiary of these programs, the single, middle-aged.
Just a quick update. JJ has parked and he will be tuning in. So
This is really a JJ live stream
Also
coverage.
socially constructed. Young male monkeys have been
Hold on, hold on.
funded for
It-
dump trucks
he's
and
John's
mentioning
monkeys.
as opposed
This
to
is
plush
big.
dolls,
John's
those
got
are
a big
female
landing right
monkeys,
here.
but for
Wait,
the plushies,
young
does it
male-
Wait,
behave
he's
differently
gonna stick
because
it.
we
Listen.
expect them to? If so, why doesn't this translate to our expectations of them throwing feces at each other? With the academic censorship and
Bring
cultural
up the
programming,
bonobo.
you
Do
would
it.
expect the male-female gaps to close if if it were really about environment, but they haven't. So the question
Is Bonobo the gay one
should
or the
America
based one?
return to traditional
Gay one.
gender roles? It's not as simple as door A
Matriarchal
versus door
society.
B. It's actually about
cut.
rather
They just sit around and
consciously
have sex
choosing
and
to
play.
continue to swim
He just said young male
upstream
monkeys
away from our
prefer
nature.
dump trucks.
And given
What
that we
did he
know the
mean by
answer to
this?
is yes, the gender roles are biological. The more interesting question is, how has this messaging created a culture that is better for men and women than the one that we had prior? It's created broken homes, broken children, isolation, nihilism, and despondency. What have we gained in return for this grand social experiment, and why should it continue?
That was the first John
If we had
Doyle
the
stuff
option to
ever.
return economically and socially, we would. Pew research shows that among married mothers, 76%
Well, that's just his
of them
opening
say that their
statement?
ideal work
Yeah, I
situation
see.
would be
That's the
either
thing
no
is,
work or just part-time
I want to
work.
go in right
Included
now,
to that
but
single mothers, that
I like
figure still
John.
remains at 67%.
Do we?
Moreover, Pew
Well,
Research
it's okay.
researching
Since
the
I've
trade-offs
already
between
declared
working
myself for
family time
Hunter
from married
Avallone,
mothers who
I'll
had,
go
quote,
into
made
John.
We'll
sacrifices
talk
for their
about John
family
when Hunter's
were the
on, because
happiest.
frankly,
We've also
I'm
learned that
gonna want to take
homemakers
my
are more
headset
likely
off.
to report being very satisfied
got
with
the
the work they
whiniest
do
voice.
in comparison
Hang
to
on.
those who pursue paid employment.
I like
When women have the
women.
option, this is what they want. If Hunter is correct, you would expect
Look
to see
at that
happier
woman.
men.
My
than
girlfriend told me
but
women
you
are
see the
strong.
opposite. You see widespread despair.
Well, she is a woman,
mental
so I
illness, and
expect she would know
suicide.
better
Rejecting
than we
gender
would.
roles is a form of narcissism. It says, I am better than my biology. I'm living for me. And not coincidentally,
I'm living
research
for my
published in
wife's
2009 by psychologist Jen Twenge used data
I'm living
collected
for
from some
JJ, my
16,000
beloved.
college students and found a sharp rise in scores on a narcissism
weird when you look
index
into the camera like
personality
that.
test, of course, disproportionately affecting young women since the 1950s.
We just lost 4 viewers.
But anytime
This is terrible.
egalitarianism is brought up, it's framed as both possible and desirable. There's literally no metric to suggest that these things have been good for us other than the fact that they've happened. Why is this good? Because we have it now.
Well, Sam,
Why
if
is it
you'd
good to
let
have
me on my
equality? 'Cause it's
phone, I could
equal.
show more.
Who cares? If history has been so terrible and patriarchal, then how did we build the society? And why have the last few decades of experimenting with my opponent's ideas about gender been so disastrous for men and women? Are we really supposed to believe that without these oppressive gender roles, we would have something like Wakanda? And if so, why have we declined so rapidly since the onset of these attitudes a few decades ago?
Did you
When
just
does
bring
the
up
utopia
Wakanda?
kick in? A social construction is not by definition
I don't
at odds with
understand
nature. It
what that
emerges
has to
from
do
our
with it.
nature and serves human
Hey.
needs. Boys must be guided into
true, you're
manhood
right,
much
you're
differently
right.
than girls who must be guided into womanhood. This is how we build society. The most happy people in America are married men and married women. Statistically, married couples are much healthier, wealthier, less prone to suicide, less prone to abuse drugs and
More
alcohol,
couples
less likely
married.
to be employed, more likely to have a broad network of friends and relatives.
Do you
all
wonder
more
if
than
John's
single
arguing from a
divorced
position of
people.
weakness
This is
by
a
conceding
fact. Attacking the
gender
institution
itself?
of marriage
Because as
through
we
gender
know,
roles
you know-
is terrorism, and we will not stand for it.
Based, I'm liking, subscribing,
kinda hard there,
and
Dan.
sharing with a friend right now. I'm also buying-
Honestly, if he would have said that last statement and just that, I would have. That would.
Be similarly effective.
Yes.
So he had a strong opening, weak middle, strong end.
First and foremost.
That's really all that matters.
Okay, here we go. We can talk about
for censoring this event. For sponsoring this event, no censorship here. One complaint.
All right,
that
let
you
this
guys
guy
did
speak
mess
just
up
for a
with
minute. I
bringing
wanna
my
hear him.
soy
I wanna
milk,
hear him out.
but it's okay. I can forgive you. But yeah. So today the question
Based Christian
is:
tradition.
should
I had a
America
receding
return
hand.
to traditional gender
He's like
roles?
12.
Now, gender roles are a collection of behaviors that we expect men and women to
here
adhere
we go.
to in order to be the ideal man or woman. Although gender roles have changed and adapted throughout history, some roles have outlived others. This includes women being polite, accommodating, nurturing, and men being aggressive, stoic, and dominant.
Base.
These are considered
I'm gonna
more
break my
traditional
computer
gender
screen just to
roles.
prove 'em.
And just to be clear, gender roles by themselves are not always bad.
Was that us or
The
him?
enforcement
No,
of
that is
them
definitely them.
almost always
That was the
is.
soy rage.
Obviously, gender roles aren't enforced by law, but they are enforced socially. This includes stigma around men who show
Stigma male?
emotions and stay home with kids, and shaming women who enter
Knew
the
literally me
workforce
just
or
dropped.
prioritize career instead of starting a family. Traditionalists will
see.
often
I have an
claim that
astigmatism.
women are naturally more nurturing and men are naturally protective providers. This is almost always followed by fantasizing about 1950s America,
fuck?
the supposed
Lord.
golden era,
Oh, wow, I
where the
cursed. I
nuclear
didn't mean it.
family was promoted, traditional gender roles were heavily encouraged,
I don't
and
think it's
women knew their
coincidence that all the
place.
people,
It's
like,
true that the 1950s saw
arguing
the
that
highest
men
rate of
shouldn't be
happiness
strong
among
are, like,
Americans yet.
just
That
so
is
happen to
true.
look like that.
However, this wasn't due to traditional gender roles. roles. In fact, something
society
that
did it,
traditionalists don't talk about very
Society.
often is that although the nuclear
He's
family
destroying my
was
Sigma male
heavily
Pinterest
advertised,
page at the moment.
the 1950s actually saw traditional gender roles being challenged in many ways, particularly for women.
He's gonna bring up World War II.
After World War II, entering the workforce at unprecedented rates during the war. Although traditional values were still heavily encouraged and women had fewer rights compared to men, many women challenged these roles and stayed content
I didn't say
working jobs that
Do you
were
want me to?
usually perceived as
Give me a second, I'll work
more
up to it.
masculine. Many traditionalists will also point to the 50s and 60s as an
Based?
example of a
Should we
time
do a
when
Q&A
marriage
now?
lasted
Honestly,
and
if you move
divorce
your
was
face
hardly an
closer to the
option.
microphone and speak
Again,
into it
it's
again.
true that the 50s saw an
gonna get the
all-time
belt?
high when it came to marriage rates, but you have to ask yourself, at what cost? Because this
Sam turned
time
my mic
also
down so I can't
included
breathe
less
into the
autonomy
mic
for women.
anymore.
Divorce was
I didn't even
rare,
do anything
but
this time.
Spousal
What the heck?
abuse
Oh,
was
no,
common,
no,
with
ow,
domestic
ow.
abuse not even being considered a legal matter, but a family issue.
I got beat for your
That's
sins.
right.
Nick is the
Domestic
whipping
abuse
boy.
was not a legal matter. Law enforcement didn't even get involved most of the time.
Hopefully John
And domestic
mentions
abuse
that,
wasn't
as far
formally
as the
criminalized nationally
things going on in
until
World War II, women
1994.
taking over more than
Now,
men.
thankfully, we've
That was
come
because there was a
long
lack
way,
of
and gender
men
roles
because
have
they all went out to
become
die for.
looser,
Huh?
But
Who's
these
the buff guy?
traditional
Yeah,
gender
Die
I don't
for
know.
Israel.
I don't
I mean,
know.
many
die for
ways, particularly when it comes
That's
to the
based.
mom
I'm
another
happy.
European
I
country.
hear you. I hear you, Nick.
Women
I hear
are
you.
still generally seen as the caretakers,
Thank you,
and men are
Sam.
usually
Shout out
expected
to
I feel seen, I
Carmedion.
feel
This
heard, I feel
arrangement works
validated.
well for millions of couples in America. I have no problem with a stay-at-home mom and a working father. The problem
Based.
arises again when these roles are enforced by shaming those who deviate from these gender expectations.
Is that really
The
enforced?
That's
father
not enforcing them.
absolutely
You're not
should provide
enforcing
for
them
his
by shaming
family,
people for
but what
this.
is provision?
I'm gonna shame a
Provision
man
is
that
not
stays at home and
limited
doesn't
to
provide for his
financial
family.
provision.
That's not
If
me
a father
enforcing it.
is
That's
better
me pointing
equipped
out
to stay
that he's
at
a
home with the kids,
slur I
and
can't
the
say on
mother is better
Yeah,
suited to be
YouTube.
the breadwinner,
You
why is this a
psychically
problem?
beamed it into my brain. I know what you
Both
mean.
be provided. Even if this kind of arrangement works better for some family units, stay-at-home dads still face shaming and stigma surrounding their masculinity.
Good.
I can only
A
think
2013 Pew Research Center survey found that while 51% of Americans think a child is better off with a mother at
2013 was
home
like 20
than in the
years ago.
workplace, only
Why should we
8%
listen
say
to
the
this?
child would be better off with a stay-at-home father. Furthermore, even if women are
Is that-
naturally better caretakers,
what is that supposed to
the
prove?
attempt
Wait.
at
Here's the
enforcing
thing
this
is
role
that like
only
he's
results in
arguing also
greater
away from
outcomes.
like like you're
Research
saying that
has actually
society
shown
is the one
female
who shapes
caregivers
things.
Society.
experience greater role
Excuse me?
strain,
Huh?
which means that they
Well,
face
Sam, you
more
don't
pressure
understand. We do live
to
in a
carry
society.
positions.
Very true.
An analysis by Bowling Green
I
State
think Nick's gonna get beat
University
again.
found that female caregivers generally report having
I don't
more
get paid enough
negative
for this.
experiences than male caregivers.
I should get paid.
And according to
I
a
should get paid.
2012 Gallup poll of more than
Should we unionize live on
60,000
stream?
stay-at-home moms, they found these
That's a
women were
fantastic
more likely
idea.
to report anger,
All right, okay,
sadness, and depression compared to their employed counterparts. Now, of course, if being a stay-at-home mom is what the woman wants,
literally
I would
arguing against
expect her to be
himself.
happy in that
Men
role.
get depressed
but enforcing
when they
it
don't work, he
via
just said.
expectations and stigma pushes people into boxes that they might not fit in.
'Cause they're
Even
fat.
more so, the attempt to enforce traditional gender roles actually harms a huge goal of traditionalists, which is strong and healthy family units. In 2013, the University of Chicago published a paper that looked at 4,000 married couples in America, and it found that once a woman started to earn more than her husband, divorce rates increased. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well,
Woman moment.
doesn't this prove then that men should be the primary earners?
Yeah.
No, actually. It
Oh,
proves that these rigid
mind, Hunter.
gender roles
Proves that the woman is
largely need to
zealous.
be done away with. The reason a female breadwinner
Like, I
increases
don't
the
go- I don't
likelihood
wanna
of
go Mr.
divorce
Tate
is
on
largely because men feel emasculated for not living up to these arbitrary expectations
They
And
should.
placed on
emasculated men are not
The
attractive.
study also found
Therefore,
that
they get
even when the
divorced.
woman earns more,
And what is
she
the
still
basis
does
for
more
that?
housework as well. The authors
the
of the
man
study
should
said
feel
that the
emasculated,
threatening
one.
wife will take
Yeah.
on a greater share of housework, so to comfort the husband's unease with the situation. If the woman is successful and is able
But
to
won't quit her
learn
job.
or able to earn more, this shouldn't
You're
cause
excused.
this shouldn't cause unease. The end goal should be a happy, healthy, stable family unit. Even more so, according to a study published in Sage
Which you would do
Journals,
by following
using data for
conventional
married
gender
and
roles.
cohabitating heterosexual
If the woman didn't
couples
earn more,
in
then the divorces
29
would get
countries
down.
from
So maybe if she
2004 to
didn't work, they wouldn't get
2014,
divorced.
their results
Hyper
provide
big brain.
robust evidence that male breadwinner norms
You can
are
only
a key
have a
driver
study
of
like
the
that
association between
if you
men's
start with your
unemployment
conclusion in mind.
and risk of separation. An increase
None of that data
one
actually
standard
says what he's
deviation
saying
in
it
male
says, unless you
breadwinner
say,
norms
what data can I
increases the odds
put
of
into this box
separation,
to support this
with
thesis?
men's unemployment by 32%. Unfortunately, when we shame men for not being the breadwinner,
As we
it
should.
destabilizes marriages and hurts the end goal of traditionalism.
It says
Because men
argument
feel
divorce
pressure
is
that
good.
they must be the breadwinner in order to be the ideal man, job loss can lead to lower
Let us
confidence
know in
and
the
a higher
comments what you
likelihood
think.
that the marriage
Should
will
men
end.
try hard or should
Attempting
men
to
not
enforce
try
gender
hard?
roles hurts marriages in other ways as well.
I think a man
Studies
should have the right
already
to stay home and play Among
or
Us
Studies have already suggested
for 8
that
hours a
strict
day.
adherence to
Sam,
these
get the belt.
rigid traditional gender roles. You're messing me up, Sean.
Uh-oh.
Studies have already suggested that strict adherence to these rigid traditional gender roles can increase the likelihood that the man will act out in violence against his partner. But that's not all. A 2014 study assessed the effect of masculine discrepancy stress, which is a form of distress arising from perceived failure to conform to socially prescribed masculine gender role norms on intimate partner violence. Results
the implication
indicated
here
that
is that
masculine
stress
discrepancy
is arbitrary. Like, if people
significantly
didn't
predicted
shame you
men's
for doing something
historical
shameful, then you
perpetuation
wouldn't feel
of
shame.
intimate partner violence.
I mean,
abuse of any kind is one of
you
the
are still
leading
going to
causes
feel
of divorce.
like you're not doing
the more
what you need to do
shame
if you're not
men
working
for
on it.
Yeah,
failing
regardless
to live
of whether
up to
you're
your
pointing at
preferred
them.
gender
Yeah,
roles,
right.
the more likely it is that that man will harm his marriage and harm his partner and destroy his marriage. And none of that is very traditional.
interested to see
gendered expectations that men should be stoic, viewing emotions
the-
as a sign
the-
of
the
weakness,
relative-
is incredibly detrimental to men's own mental well-being. There have been many times throughout history when crying was specifically perceived as masculine. But that's far from the case nowadays.
Source?
Unfortunately, this expectation
When was that?
leads to repressive coping styles and an increased likelihood of suicide. Now, I'm not sure how you could live a traditional life
he say
or raise a
cope
traditional
suicide?
family
Yeah. I
if
think
you're
so.
dead. Today in the U.S.,
Oh, wow.
men are significantly more likely to die by suicide
quintessential
than women.
transsexual
Perhaps by
argument.
acknowledging how enforcing these roles
Is
on
this
men
because we live in
negatively
an
affects
effeminate
them,
society
society
and
can
all the men
help
are
to
upset?
alleviate this devastating reality.
I mean,
if gender roles work in your own relationship,
like to
Is
write
that,
the
is that why
conclusion
men
yourself.
have to go to
Don't try
like
and force these roles on
90s
others
and
to appease
2000
your own
movies to
desire
like
for
Exactly.
see masculine
traditional
figures?
aesthetic.
literally me.
Marriage has been
Literally
proven
me.
to
I
lead
mean,
to
if
higher
you want to see
rates
a
of
masculine
happiness
figure,
and
you
a
can just
longer
watch Little
lifespan.
Mermaid.
If you value marriage, recognize how
What?
these gender roles
Because,
can
you know,
impact the
actually,
family.
that's a bad example, but
And it's crucial for a happier future.
I don't know. Just
In fact, according to
pretend I
research
said something
published by
profound.
Brigham Young
Come-
University,
10
couples with
updates
an
and we'll
equal
beat Nick
partnership
again.
report more stability in their marriage.
Yeah,
less
press 1 in the
conflict,
comments if you
less
want to see me get
dependency,
beat
and
again.
less
Dial
resentment.
1 to beat Nick.
The expectation that men should be the breadwinner and
Winner.
women is naturally
Gretchen?
better off with the children can also have negative effects even on the children. How often have we heard people complain about how men rarely receive custody of the children? Maybe this is
Very
because
true.
we consistently reinforce this idea that women are just always naturally the better caretakers.
Let's get rid of no-fault
Again,
divorce
the
and see
idea
how that
that you should be
changes.
strong, caring, and provide for your family are good values to have, but they don't apply to men or women. These values should be universal, divorced from gender entirely, and decided upon based on whoever is better equipped for that role within the marriage. So to summarize,
No, we're not
enforce
doing that. Nope. Stream just is loading. Sorry. And the reason why the audio is going up and down and like blasting your ears on occasion is not me. It's their audio guy. So
They should
it's
hire
loading.
Sam from the Sam Daily Show.
It's loading. So we've got a loading window right now. So until then, I'm going to look into the camera and talk to you about Sam Daily Soap. If you go to the website, you can be a part of the Discord server and then maybe get some soap. So if you haven't thought about doing that, did you bring the soap down here?
Yeah, I've got a bar for
You
you.
got a bar?
Hey,
Up and over.
Can you drop a bar for
Oh
us,
boy.
Owen?
Pork chop.
I've got a.
Here's the soap right here.
pen.
Oh wait, here we're back. We're back.
We're so back.
No, we're not back.
That's so over.
Oh, now it's loading on my end. Is it just down?
Is well, yeah. It's
I think
honestly, this is a
we're not
great
buying.
opportunity to just breathe.
Excellent time to shill for the channel.
Yes.
Take it away, Sam.
Which channel are we shilling for? John
Uh,
Doyle's. If you
no.
haven't seen John Doyle, and this is maybe you're a Hunter Avallone fan, then okay, all right. Hear the other side. Jump on his channel. Hear some of his. You know
Well,
what's
here's
weird
the
is
thing,
Hunter is he used to be on the right, didn't he?
Yes.
Not really.
Yeah, and
He
then
was
he got
a milk
sodomized by
He was,
Roush.
never, he was never a Christian conservative. I mean,
No, he was.
he was.
Well, he was nominally a Christian. I mean, he
Well, yeah.
claimed to
I
be.
mean, clearly the.
And then he went in a
fruits.
bathroom alone with Vaush and came out a Democrat.
That's usually how it goes.
Oh, we got some loading now.
Allegedly.
We're gonna go into.
Is anybody
screen.
else getting this? Do you have it on your computer?
Yeah.
Is it?
role
Is it?
effects on
Oh,
marriage
skipping?
I'm hearing something again.
contribute to
you wanna
rates of
just refresh
violence
the page,
against
see what
women.
happens? Yeah,
It
yeah.
forces people to
Maybe it's
conform at
'cause
the
of
expense
quality.
of their
Here we
own
go.
well-being.
Wait,
It
we went to
ignores the
quality on this
potentially
one, huh?
caring fathers who deserve custody
Yeah, set
over
the
their
quality to
children.
low. I don't think it
and
really
contributes
matters
to
what
higher
the
rates of
picture looks like.
suicide.
Time's
None
up.
of that.
Mute
idea
it.
that
Mute it.
gender roles may exist in whatever capacity they evolve over time, but
Okay, we're back.
they definitely
back.
shouldn't be enforced. I'm not saying that gender roles should be enforced, but what's interesting is that while they may evolve over time, certain men in certain societies might dress a certain way, other men might cry before a knighting ceremony or something like that. Ultimately, the biological roots of how men
cried
and
before this
women
ceremony.
behave are one-to-one all throughout history and all throughout different societies. Moreover,
Look, we've got
who's
audio, but
enforcing
this
them?
is,
Where is like the gender role Stasi going door to door and being like, "Are you?"
oh, that's
Not
why.
yet.
That's why.
Vic sat on the internet cable.
Hey.
I gave Vic one role.
What was it?
I gave him one duty.
Oh,
Stomp, stomp,
I gave him
stomp.
one duty. Hey, you need to plug yours into that and get the audio from it.
my mic into this. Pull my plug into what?
You're plugging into that computer.
The laptop?
Yeah.
Live technical difficulties as a
The
bit
audio,
on the
please.
show.
We live in
Baby.
a society.
Just remember whenever I was like, Vic, you have one job.
We're blaming Vic
You have
apparently.
absolutely, yeah, I'm blaming Vic. I said you got
Hey, at
one
least
job.
I'm not being blamed this time.
I said you have one job, and that job is I need you to get power to
Oh.
my laptop, or else it's gonna die.
The charger cable, so my laptop can be powered because it lasts for like 4 minutes total.
Nick, how you doing over there?
I'm doing great. How are you, Sam?
Have the welt sealed?
Not yet.
How about the emotional?
Listen,
wounds?
folks, we're gonna have this back on and rolling. It's just
Our new intern Vikram is
Budge up, big guy.
yeah. Do you want to explain it?
what's wrong with Vikram?
Yeah.
Well, he comes from India.
California, but
Same difference.
similar.
I mean, it's just like a good throwaway. And when we said plug the power cord in, he said, "Okay, I see your Windows 10 computer has not been
Interaction through
updated."
Frank
So he
Zappa's
updated my
software.
computer to
Look at
Windows
what you see
11,
here.
and that's why nothing
We're
works.
back.
Messaging is always
We're so back.
It's so over.
It's so.
Nick, are you able to take that over there, the laptop charger?
Oh, I got the laptop charger. It's charging.
Oh, mine. If we're running off of
Vic.
mine. Oh, here comes Vikram.
You destroyed our stream, big guy.
You need to pretend to be Indiana going.
Vikram, come here. Come here, Vikram.
Look, we're getting there, folks. Be patient with us. We're gonna have this up and running here in probably 1 minute. The Apple is.
Would you like to talk to the audience about what India is like this time of year?
Well, India is it's pretty.
He's got a really good American accent, but you can stop with the accent. You're not fooling anyone.
It's pretty socially retarded, like a lot.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hold on.
Would you like to explain exactly why you updated my computer to Windows 11?
Their chat is apparently having
Well-
problems as well. It's not just us.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
It wasn't
thank you,
working.
fellas.
And Control Alt Delete, it
And
wasn't
FedEx.
doing the
I
trick.
think we should gaslight the
Vic.
audience into thinking it's our fault.
You know, it would be a funny bit
Yo,
if we deleted the YouTube channel and then never did it again.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be very
I think
funny.
people would appreciate that, and they would probably subscribe.
Or we rename it to the Max Daily Show.
Smoke Daily Show.
Hey, is Vic still down here?
Oh yeah.
Vic's
wait.
right here.
Vic,
JJ
Vic,
Daily Show?
Vic, what was the one thing I asked you to do?
What, get soap? I heard on the stream. I thought I didn't know you were talking about.
No,
me. I thought you were talking to
no.
the
What was the one thing that I asked you to do? It had something to do with the charger.
Yeah, make sure it was charging. But I thought we skipped all that.
Well, you skipped all that.
Yeah, but it's not. It wasn't working anyway. So I
It's
thought-
okay. It's fine. It's fine.
It doesn't sound fun.
Not
apparently,
upset, just
apparently, this
disappointed.
is happening all over the place. Is that nobody is able to hear this? Yeah. Jessix in the chat says that she's blaming y'all.
Based.
Y'all is in me.
was listening
I take
to it
great
earlier, it
offense,
sounded
Jessica.
fine. I didn't
Well,
have a
that's
problem.
because you've failed in your traditional gender roles. As a man, you need to be taking responsibility for
Yeah,
this.
you need to fix the stream.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I gave Jessix a shulker box in Minecraft before, so we're on good terms.
Invited to my wedding.
I don't understand this Mac
gonna-
too. It's not. It's. I might have. Hold on here.
We're getting Discord pings over the live stream,
I know.
which is an incredibly funny bit, actually. Because everyone who hears that ping's going to check their Discord.
Yeah, why don't you close Discord on my...
Everyone should ping Sam from the Sam Daily Show on Discord.
It's me. It's
Is it our
mine.
Oh, it's
internet as
you.
well?
I really shouldn't have said that, but
Oh.
It could be our internet. I'm not getting the shit.
Well, everybody ping me on Discord because I need that dopamine rush.
Take his computer back.
Take it back. Blimey.
bloody hell.
Blimey. Take it back.
Stanky leg.
All right then. Carry on. Cheerio.
Put all your phones on airplane mode because maybe us being, in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe it's the 5G.
Max looked at me funny before the live stream started because I put my phone on Airstream mode and then threw it on the couch.
Did I?
Airplane mode.
Hey, jump into the chat here. Is it pulling up for y'all in the chat? It's just loading. Hey, look in the chat right there. Maybe it's
Hey, Max, can you cover for us?
people are
Could you
just
cover for us?
spamming Christ is King in the chat.
Based?
Yeah, Max. Can we get a performance?
Performance.
Yeah.
I guess we could. I mean, we were practicing Rap God by
Yeah.
the distinguished
Power. I mean,
artist.
look at what
Oh,
you
here we
see
go.
in the
Here we go.
media.
Perfect timing.
It's so over.
Damn.
Just enough to keep you wanting it. Just a little taste.
Super chat and we'll do it.
Maybe they're doing. Maybe they're
If
doing
we can
that
get
on
a
purpose.
super chat of $10,
That's
Max
what
will do his American accent.
I can't do an American accent.
Me neither.
Now without $10, you can't.
Literally cannot.
Do the English voice.
Do you want me to do the English voice for the rest of the stream?
That'll be very funny
We gaslit Nathaniel Abbott into
What
thinking
is
that I was
going
from
on
England.
here?
for the entire day.
Come
Move
on,
closer to the
England.
mic.
I apologize.
Oh,
Bloody
you know
hell.
what I bet it is?
What?
Is the fact that I changed it to 1080p.
That would probably not help.
Gotta load of this guy.
There we go.
Why is he trying to run like a 4K news station from the middle of... Some
Yeah,
poor
I'm not
kid's trying to
getting
play
anything.
Fortnite right now down the street.
Trying and succeeding, he's taking all our bandwidth.
Yo, we do have some people
I mean,
ask.
look at what
Oh,
you
here we
see
go.
in the media. The messaging is always
We're so
It's a
back.
broken home, so I don't know why you would want to keep doing that.
Thank goodness I was getting tired of hearing that voice.
That is true. People are becoming less happy. Again, you can't just point to people being unhappy and then just attribute it to any issue you...
Bro, he did that his entire speech.
Yeah.
You can't just look at people being unhappy and attribute it to anything you want.
Did you change it?
He didn't effectively illustrate the connection, likely
Well-
because one doesn't exist, between his thesis and the supporting
Well, in
statement.
his defense, the stream's been down for most of his argument, so,
Yeah, but I wasn't going to listen to it anyway. So.
well,
We're great commentators. We only listen to one side, shit on both of them.
Again, you can't
Yeah, they're
just
both lost.
point to people being unhappy and then just attribute it to any issue you
who is
want.
that?
Is this
The
on a
reason
loop?
why-
Levine.
It's
Rachel Levine.
it's like shut down.
You
Like
can't say that.
I'm trying to pull it up now, and it appears that it's not even streaming live
Oh
anymore.
wow. Okay. Let's refresh this
Yeah,
page.
listen to this. We were going all crazy. Like, oh no, what if our stream goes down? And then John won simple as. Yeah. Apparently it's not just. Oh, get your stream in order.
can we get a live
Yeah, what's the
meeting
chat
of John
look like on the
1-1?
actual?
Okay, I'm sharing.
That
that
would be
right
a
now.
great time to take calls, actually, if we have the capability for
Hey,
that.
yeah, hey, Vic, if you wanna jump on the Discord here and get some calls going, we can have some call-ins. Anybody who's still in the chat, we can take calls if you guys jump on the server.
Let's join the Heck Off Commie
it's
live
just straight
viewing
up.
and see how long it takes somebody to say a funny word that gets explained.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah, okay, we gotta be
No.
very careful about who we let on the
That
call.
audio is running into here, so then you're gonna have to get on the server and then. Yeah, no, I would rather pick and choose who gets to speak. I'm gonna
Okay,
be authoritative on this
fascist.
Got a
position.
guy just joined, I think.
Free
Who's that?
speech? not
But I can
likely.
tell you right now, yes. Again, it says,
My roommate.
fix please. Let's just go through the chat here. Long live Christ the King.
We're gonna
okay.
we're gonna let everyone in the server as soon as they
We should let Randy do the rest of the show.
Honestly.
Yeah, really.
I don't know who these people are, but they're gonna be in the server and they.
I can't believe that they. It's not that difficult to listen. Look at this. We have a better setup than these guys. Vic, good job. You know what? You failed at your one task, but
What that even was.
We're gonna gaslight.
but good job.
You need to beat Nick again for Vic's failure.
Hey, Vic, you know what? Vic, for your failure, you need to go over and beat Nick. The belt is right there.
Bro, this is like
there?
those.
Yeah,
funny
the belt is
people
in the
with
chair.
chickens.
Go over there and beat him.
So
I'm ready. Ah. Ah.
harder.
One more for the boys.
Scream.
One more for
Make
the
sure
boys.
everyone can hear you.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna piss off Vic anytime soon.
That's what's gonna happen now from here on out.
Do New York
Anybody
accent?
ticks me off,
Do
I'm
New
gonna
York.
send
Anyone got a
them.
coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Go down in the corner.
Can we get $20 in super chats to cover my medical bills?
the
Joey Diaz.
nothing voice. This is no particular ethnic or religious group.
Listen, okay, you can't be doing that here, all right? You gotta stop doing that. Actually, this is more of a Brooklyn accent than anything else, right?
Sounds like you have a speech impediment.
I do have a speech impediment.
This is
Yeah.
more entertaining than a stream, at least.
Haven't seen the paperwork sometime now. You can come downstairs to my cellar.
We're already here. Comes to Sam's cellar and he makes you sit on a live stream. And
The Sam Daly funny dungeon.
That's literally
the
the
diddle
case.
dungeon, if you will.
you guys suck. Thank you, Tommy Maguire. How about I dox you again?
All right, so everybody on the Sam Daly Show stream right now should go to the Uncensored America stream and then just tell them all to come here.
Yeah, if you.
That's a funny bit.
yeah,
I
show
like
for
that.
Sam Daly.
None of them are going to do that.
Subscribers only mode. Damn.
Or alternatively, Nick gets beat with a belt.
You know, the bit was funny the first time,
for
the
every
second
viewer that we
time,
don't
the third
get
time, and the fourth
from
time.
John Doyle from
I
Hunter
don't know
Avallone.
how
Yeah.
funny it will be if you beat me 5 consecutive times.
I know how funny it'll be.
Funnier. You know, 5 times more funny.
One lashing per viewer still watching Uncensored America and not the Sam Daly Show within the next 30 seconds.
You better repent quick.
Wait a second.
I
here.
didn't do anything.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
Can we say that?
If you go to
Say
the
what?
YouTube,
Didn't do
click on the YouTube.
I guess I've said it now.
So
Logo.
just, okay.
No,
Well, you can't say the
not
other
that.
part.
Well,
I think some guy's got a
it's
question
taken
on.
there anyway.
Ignore.
You
them.
want.
Who is
There
Nick
we
and
go.
why is he being beaten?
Thank you.
This is
That's
a
what I'm
great
saying.
question.
All right.
Even though it's still, hang on. Let me,
Yo, Nick, smile like you haven't been just beaten. Thank you.
The issue you want. The reason.
There we
We're
go.
back, we're
Are we
back.
back?
we are
we're not back.
It's so over.
It's so over. We're so back. It's so over.
Do you think if we pause it and then
Let it, like,
yeah.
chill out for a bit.
I need to approve of
I don't
these
think that's the
people
case.
on
I
the-
think what is happening right now,
Whoops.
if I were to guess what's happening is that they're getting. Oh, look, someone is shilling for the Sam Daly Show right now. They are shilling for the Sam
freaking
Daily
go.
Show on the YouTube.
Thank
Yeah,
you
they
for your
said-
service.
Ashlyn says,
Can we
go
get
to
a
the
Giga
Sam
Chat
Daly
emote
Show.
for whoever's
Yeah.
shilling?
Yes. I mean, it's a woman, so the Giga Chad emote. Maybe the Trad Wife emote. Is there one of those?
Yeah, we have one
Are you,
sort
are you
of.
implying that gender roles exist? Can women not be Giga Chads?
Very true. Shame on you, Sam.
Don't give him anything. I'm
Well,
serious.
next he's got to come in to say that.
No, don't. I'm serious. Don't.
What were you saying?
Trust me.
Why?
Just
Why do you not want
we'll deal
JJ
with
on
it
the
later.
stream,
Just
Owen?
trust me.
Okay.
I think JJ would be an excellent addition. I would love to hear his voice on stream. Why do you not want him in here?
I want to hear him hello on that show.
Look, okay, it just, yeah, Ashlyn just keeps going. Go to Sam Daly Show stream. Are
This
you
is
able to
big.
tag me? Oh, no, it's like lighting up in all red. We've got one of y'all. All right, so this is one less beating that Nick is going to receive.
Yes.
So if we could get, we've got 8 other people who are on the stream right now. If you guys all go to this link
Whoa.
and then
That's a
just shill for the show, shill for the Sam Daly Show, Nick won't get beat tonight.
Well, not that much.
Yeah. Every new viewer is one less beating I receive.
Yes, we've got 2 more viewers from their stream, so that means there's 2 less beatings that Nick will receive.
My name is Whipping Boy Nick, and welcome to the Sam Daly Show.
All right, we've got 16 now. All right, if we don't get to 20 in the next 2 minutes, we're gonna crank up the level with Nick, and
we're gonna use the clasp of the belt.
Ethan Rolfe is sending his regards. Who's Ethan Rolfe again?
I have no idea.
I've heard that name somewhere. Let's have a look.
Ann Baker says, what's going on? Okay, so we were watching a stream of the debate between Hunter Avallone and John Doyle, but the stream went down. Unfortunately, Uncensored America has censored themselves, maybe.
Oh, he's that goober.
And the stream is just absolutely stopped. Now, we're waiting for it to get back and going, but until then, we're going to the YouTube channel and having them move to this one. Now, we have 1 more minute until Nick receives his 6th beating of the night. So
that's right. While the stream is down, we will be providing live entertainment while beating one of the interns relentlessly until the stream comes back on.
We've got 28. We just hit 28 just in time. We're at 8:02 right now. 8.
Wait, how long do we have before he gets beaten to death?
All right, so we'd like to get 2 more people in here. We're at 28. We'd like to get to 30. If we don't get to 30, then the intern will get the belt.
That's not fair. No, hold on. Stop moving the goalpost. You said it was 20. You said it was 20. Why is it 30 now?
Well, we hit the goal.
You can see why he supports Hunter Avallone.
So we're encouraging everybody to go to the Uncensored America.
You shouldn't beat me with a belt.
I'm sorry. Please no.
This paper says.
Okay.
There are actually people. There's more than one person now. Shout out to Shrimp for
Shrimp, my beloved. Shout out to Elijah.
Wait, what's he say here?
Wait,
what's he say here? He says watch. I think he said something like watch this Sam Daily Show stream so that. Hey, it's 8:03. Get over there. Go.
No, wait.
If we don't get 2 more viewers before Vic,
we dropped down to 23. That's
over.
Give him 7. Give him 7.
No.
Man, I don't want to watch anymore.
I don't think anybody else does either. That's why we lost 20 viewers.
It's the sake.
We're gonna censor this for now. 4 more. We're gonna censor this because we can't. I don't know if we can put this on YouTube.
Did we get 1 more?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah. And we might miscount it. Go back and do another 3.
So we.
1 for good luck.
Jeepers.
1 to grow on.
So we've changed it now. For every viewer that we lose on the Sam Daily Show, our intern gets 1 belt lashing. So I encourage you all to stick around.
Please, for my sake. Viewership drops down to 6.
We've lost 1 viewer. Get on over there. Actually, we'll hold off for like 5 at a time. Yeah.
Compound.
We wouldn't want them to get comfortable.
In terms of
Compounding
technical
interest.
difficulties, where are we at with the
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate our technical difficulties?
Well, it isn't our technical difficulties. That's the thing. Like, anybody who comes here is coming here because they're bored watching this still frame of Hunter Avallone.
Somebody's in our chat right now. Why does he want to get beat?
I don't want to get beaten. That is the opposite of what I want.
Fake.
Psyop. He wants beaten.
Wait,
Like,
so is
Stop
the actual,
gaslighting the
is
audience.
this actually down or
Kai Clips has an audience member filming. So we have to go to Kai Clips and then here, hold on.
Actually, that's a stop. Do not go to Kai Clips because the more viewers we lose, the more
Kai
we
Clips
get.
Hi guys, my name is Kai Clips. Today,
can we get JJ
we're going to be talking about America First.
Oh, where is it?
He's very charismatic.
What's the? Yeah.
Great, yeah.
I guess I'll just go to it. Yeah. All right, we're working on it, folks.
I watched Kai Clip's most recent video about like sodomites.
John Doyle.
And it was literally, I mean, it was demented. I felt like I had a fever of 109.
Hunter Avallone is streaming it on his YouTube.
On Hunt, okay.
Yeah, we can watch that.
That would be unfortunate.
We're gonna dislike the video, of course. But
well, if we watch it, that's
Classic
one
Hunter
viewer.
Avallone W coming prepared for the technical difficulties that Uncensored America would have. Had a backup plan.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dislike that instinctively.
My friend Adric points out that every time we talk about beating our intern, we lose like 1/5 of the viewers.
What? No, we gain them. We're gaining viewers as we talk about beating them. There we go.
Is that like an Overwatch ad?
No.
No, you get. Okay.
Even though.
There we go.
Are we really supposed to believe that Hunter
John Doyle is a
Avallone
brainless
gives
mod
a
whose
what
T
I
levels
think
are so
about
low. God,
anything,
whoa.
that me making a
God
little
disowned
quip
him
about
and
a
he's down
stay-at-home dad
down
is
into
somehow...
hell. What the hell? This guy's insane.
He's a mod.
This is a mod on a Hunter Avallone's thing. He's saying that God has disowned John Doyle and damned him to hell.
I mean, to be fair, we are saying
Hunter
equally
Avallone
funny
literally
things.
disowned God. Like,
Yeah.
well, disavowed, I suppose.
saying the same thing. No lag, rewind, stream, 10 minutes.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, we've got lag. This one's
Didn't they sell tickets for this? This is
this
awesome.
one's down bad as
When
well.
for-
Actually.
compared to their employed counterparts. Now, of course, if being a stay-at-home mom is what the woman wants, I would expect her to be happy
gonna
in
be
that
so
role.
difficult
But
to line up
enforcing
the
it
stream with
via expectations and stigma pushes people into boxes that they might not fit in. Even more so, the attempt to enforce traditional gender roles
gonna line it
actually
up.
harms a huge goal of traditionalists.
We are at.
I've got a minute-long ad.
16? 10:16?
I wonder if the university
And
Wi-Fi went
go.
out or something.
Okay. Where are we? Now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
which is
possible.
strong and healthy family units. In 2013, the
I'm gonna
University
plug
of
us in the Sam
Chicago
Daily Show.
published a paper that looked at 4,000 married couples in America, and it found that
enough.
once a woman started to earn more than her husband, divorce rates increased.
Okay, I
now,
think
I know
that
you're
we're so
probably
back.
thinking, well, doesn't this prove then that men should
think.
be the primary earners? No, actually. It proves that these rigid
We're gonna
gender
rile up
roles
some Hunter Avallone
largely
schools.
need to be done away with. The reason a female breadwinner increases the likelihood of divorce is largely because men feel emasculated for not living up to these arbitrary expectations placed on men. The study also found that even when the woman earns more, she still does more housework as well. The authors of the study said that a
she's doing one
threatening
thing, right?
wife will take on a greater share of housework, so to comfort the husband's unease with the situation.
Didn't we already hear
If the
this?
woman is
Yeah.
successful
I mean, it's
and is
probably
able to
a good thing
learn
that we're-
or able to earn more, this shouldn't cause unease. The end goal should be a happy, healthy, stable family unit. Even more so, according to a study published in Sage Journals, using data for married and cohabitating heterosexual couples in 29 countries from 2004 to 2014, their results provide robust evidence that male breadwinner norms are a key driver of the association between men's unemployment and risk of separation. An increase of one standard
Wasn't he
deviation
arguing
in male
earlier that
breadwinner
reversing
norms
gender roles
increases the
resulted
odds
in
of
more
separation,
divorces?
with
So
men's
that would
unemployment by
cause
32%.
less stable families, right?
Unfortunately, when we shame men for not being
I don't
the
follow.
breadwinner,
Say again?
it
So
destabilizes marriages
earlier he was
and hurts the
arguing
end goal
that
of traditionalism.
reversing
Because
traditional
men
gender
feel
roles
pressure that they must
ended
be
up causing more
breadwinner in order to
divorces.
be the ideal
But now
man.
he's arguing
Job loss can
that
lead to lower confidence and a higher likelihood that the marriage will
reversing
end.
gender roles causes
Attempting to
more
enforce
stable
gender roles
families, or
hurts
at least that's the
marriages in
outcome
other
that
ways
he's
as well.
wanting.
Studies have already suggested.
Hey, I hate to break
or
it to you,
studies
but
have
we
already
lost four
suggested that
viewers,
strict
so
adherence to
Vic,
these
get on it.
rigid
Whoa,
traditional gender
we agreed.
I
It
think
was,
the
it
bit
was
said-
five. It was five
Let's
viewers.
listen to the debate. We'll be.
Studies have
remembered.
already
We have plenty of
suggested
time.
that strict adherence to these rigid traditional gender roles
I think what he
can
was saying,
increase the
I mean,
likelihood that
he's
the
trying to
man
make
will
the
act out in
argument that the
violence
reason
against his
that
partner.
divorce is so
But that's
high
not all.
in
A
non-traditional
2014
families is
study
because of the
assessed the
stigma.
effect of masculine
So we should
discrepancy stress,
not reinforce
which
gender
is a
roles,
form of
and then
distress arising from
a family
perceived
arrangement of any
failure
sort
to
will
conform to
have
socially
similar
prescribed
divorce rates
masculine
to
gender role
a
norms on
standard
intimate partner
family unit.
violence. Resulting
Interesting.
in
If that makes sense.
masculine
It doesn't make
discrepancy
sense, but I understand what you're saying.
significantly predicted
Okay.
men's
Like, I don't agree with it, but,
perpetuation
yeah,
of
I got you.
intimate
Yeah, that's what I'm
partner
saying.
violence.
That
Abuse
doesn't
of
make
any
sense.
kind is
Hey,
one
Smoke,
of the
get closer to
leading
the mic when you
causes
speak.
of divorce. The more you shame men
Got it.
for failing to live up to your preferred gender roles, the more likely it is that that man will harm his
but it's not preferred, it's not
marriage
arbitrary.
and destroy, or excuse me, harm his partner and destroy his marriage. And none of that is very traditional. Gendered expectations that men should be
Well, I don't
stoic,
know that
viewing
means.
emotions as a sign of weakness,
Sam, we've got a question in the chat.
is
It's
incredibly
from Max,
detrimental
and
to
it
men's
says,
own mental well-being.
if I fart,
there have
will the
been
microphone
many
pick it up?
times throughout history when crying was specifically perceived as masculine.
Well, there's only
But
one way
that's
to
far
find
from the
out.
case nowadays. Unfortunately, this expectation leads to repressive coping styles
You're
and an
crazy.
increased likelihood of suicide. Now, I'm not sure how you could live a traditional life or raise a traditional family if you're dead. Today in the US, men are significantly more likely to die by suicide than women.
Fair
Perhaps
point.
by acknowledging how enforcing these roles on men negatively affects them, society can help to alleviate this devastating reality.
Say the
If
same
gender
point.
roles
Say the
work in
same
your
point.
own relationship, that's cool.
What?
But don't try and force these roles on others
We've
to
heard this
appease your
before,
own
and
desire for
what
a
you said last
traditional
time
aesthetic.
was
Marriage
maybe
has
the
been
suicide
proven
rate
to
of
lead
men
to
is
higher
so
rates
high
of
is because
happiness
we're
and
living in
longer
such a
lifespan.
feminine
If you
world.
value marriage,
Well, also, I mean, he's
recognize
making
how
he's
these
making the
gender
argument
roles
that it's the
impact
enforcement of
family
gender
units.
roles that
And it's crucial
that
for a happier
has
future.
that makes the suicide rate
In
so
fact,
high. But if you
according to
look at the
research
adherence
published by
to
Brigham
gender
Young
roles,
University,
men's
couples with
adherence to
an
gender
equal
roles has only
partnership report
fallen as
more
the
stability in
suicide
their
rate
marriage,
has
less conflict,
risen.
less
And you have to assume that
less
if
resentment.
such a large percentage of men are not following these traditional gender roles, that the enforcement, I'm not actually enforcement, but the shame is also lessened, and yet the suicide rate continues to rise, which would suggest that it's actually the lack of adherence to the gender roles that is causing the suicide.
Very true.
Or Hunter Avallone's voice.
Again, the idea that you should be strong, caring, and provide for your family are good values to have, but they don't apply to men or women. These values should be universal, divorced from gender entirely,
He keeps talking
and
about
decided upon
divorce.
based on whomever is better
Curious.
equipped for that role within the marriage. So to summarize, enforcing gender roles can have devastating effects on marriages.
It seems to
can
kind of be
contribute to
classed
higher
as
rates of
short.
violence
Yeah,
against
oh, well,
women.
some
It
women
forces
are stronger
people to
than
conform
some
at the
men,
expense
so
of their
therefore
own
gender roles
well-being.
don't exist.
It ignores
Yeah, when
the
I'm
potentially
sleeping,
caring
maybe.
fathers
Yeah.
who
But,
deserve
like,
custody over their children.
You
and it contributes
can
to
like I
higher
can see
rates
how
of
somebody who with a more liberal
Time's up.
understanding of the
None
world.
of that
Did the
is
microphone pick that
traditional.
up?
Yes.
All right.
Continue.
We're
I
gonna
can
move on to
understand
our
how
first
somebody with a
segment.
more liberal conception of the world could, in good faith, argue that gender roles should not be enforced as strongly.
first
I don't
segment,
agree with it. I think
I
it's
mean,
wrong, and I
are
don't.
gender roles enforced
Hold up,
that
hold up,
strongly?
hold up.
About 5 minutes. Then we'll do another round. We each have 5 minutes before we do the
Well, the first thing I'd like to address is sort of the overarching theme of his opening statement
But
there, which is this
you
idea
can't
that
argue in good
gender
faith
roles may
that
exist in whatever
gender
capacity
roles are
they
not
evolve
at all
over
associated
time,
with
but they
biology.
definitely
This
should
is
be
just
enforced.
completely
I
unscientific.
agree with this. No one's saying that gender roles should be enforced, but what's interesting is that while they may evolve over
Curious.
time, certain men in certain societies might dress a certain way, other men might cry. And status. I mean, this is just the way that these things go. In terms of why do they still do housework, it's not because they're trying to coddle their stupid husband. It's if you look at the way that men and women solve problems, men solve problems by looking at it and reducing it to its most componental forms and kind of solving it from there. Women tend to be much more suicide rates and the depression rates
Are we
in
skipping through
both
this?
genders
No.
were not what they are now. So I fail to see how that computes. Equal partnership is another thing he brought up. I would be curious to see how they define that. A lot of married couples I know who are more traditional consider themselves equal in the sense that the man provides, the woman takes care of the other things. And you know, with the divorce court thing, I think it's also fair to say they tend to frame men as abusers more than they frame women as like nurturers. You're not going to have like some liberal judge who's like, oh, the women are just so good at nurturing. It's going to be like, men are evil. So, yes.
Some of this is from John, your opening here. So you seem to be really set on this biological difference here. And I don't
here
know
it
if maybe
comes.
some other blue-haired lefties have like a weirder position, but obviously biology is real. Yes, of course. And you even talk about how men and women have brain differences. And even some of that is true. However, I think you left out something very important, which is that brains are malleable. They are like plastic. You can talk to scientists
an
about this.
extent.
And so
Big guy.
social norms,
Yeah, but even if the
essentially,
brain itself is
have the
malleable, you
potential
still have a
to
physical body.
change
You have
how
an
your
endocrine
brain say
system that
you're
is male or
not
female that
he-
influences the
he-
way
you
your
are
brain.
literally
He
advocating
conceded there
to
that
bring America
male
back
and
to
female
traditional gender
are
roles. I
different.
don't
I
know
mean,
how
of
you
course,
do that.
your environment's
I'm
going
letting
to
on
affect you
enforcing
to
it
an
to a
extent.
degree.
But part of your environment is the body in which you find yourself.
Right.
I think people fail to understand that no-fault divorce largely means that you don't need to prove to a divorce court why you are getting a divorce,
court.
which, let's be real, how does some happier marriages
Said
when
word wrong.
tend to treat the women
Spelling
as
error.
he would adore her and he would be more protective of her. Again, nothing really wrong with that. I don't even know why they would call it benevolent sexism, to be honest. However, if you look at the actual study, you'll see the reason that they were happier, the reason men and women were happier,
wanna
at least,
say
were
something.
different. Women
Starts with a
specifically were
B,
happier because
ends in ace.
since the man was giving her more adoration and acting more protective, she actually perceived. You bring up broken homes. Again, I've already explained how enforcing traditional gender roles can actually contribute to broken homes. So I don't know why you
Who's
would
the
want people
Gub
being
Gub,
unhappy
whose
and then
live
just
stream you're watching? What are they
attribute it to
jumping
any
around
issue
for?
you want. The reason why people
That's
are
what I'm
less
saying
happy
is like this
nowadays
is what happens when you
because,
pay somebody to come live
economic
stream your
differences,
event, like
and more specifically,
$500
people
bucks.
have less friends. People are not friends with their neighbors the same way that they used to be. And as funny as that might sound, that is a large reason as to why the happiness rates are decreasing
Some
here in
IT
America.
major
You also talk about the increase of
freshman year saw John
narcissism.
Doyle, I
Again,
was like,
you can
"Ooh, I
look
could
and
do
see
this.
why.
I'll do it
It's
for free."
largely because of social media use. That brings out narcissism and has even been shown to have a correlation with narcissistic behavior.
That's kind of
So to
Hunter
just
Avallon's
point
thing,
to
is
a
that he
time
says
where
like
people
a
are
bunch of
unhappy
gibberish
and then
that's not
attribute it
true,
to
and then
anything, I
he
mean, that's not
just
fair. I
says
could
something
say,
that is
well,
true,
a lot of people
that
right now are
everybody would
unhappy,
agree
and
with,
John,
like
you have a
social
lot of
media
subscribers, so clearly
makes
you're the
narcissists.
reason why everybody's unhappy, you know? Like, that's
Good take,
everybody I think can
Hunter
recognize
Avallone.
that that's not
Well,
a
just
very
look, I don't know what he's even
reasonable,
saying anymore. He's
logical
just talking.
way
That's what I'm
to
saying.
assess these issues.
But then he'll say something.
And then last
he'll
but
say
not
something
least, you
that's
talk
like
about gender
dead
roles
on.
being a social construct.
Well, to be fair,
Again,
John Doyle tries to do the
biology
same
can
thing.
exist. Gender roles, as far as the expectations that we expect from certain people, those can be and largely are socially constructed. There's a reason why gender roles have changed. And Doyle, you point to a lot of
I don't agree
similarities
with
between
the idea
history
that
and how there were some
biology has
similarities
changed,
there.
'cause it largely
But I
hasn't.
feel like
So
you also
gender
left out some
He says the
major
gender roles have
differences.
changed.
For example,
Well, he
this
said
is a pretty
biology.
funny
Well,
one, but
excuse me,
small
gender
penises
roles.
used to be a sign of masculinity.
I don't think
There's
that's a
reason
Freudian
why
slip. I think he
these
actually did
ancient
just say the
statues
wrong
all
word in that
depict
case.
men.
Okay.
Did my mic die? Okay. Depict men with these tiny.
John, you have 5 minutes.
They're just guys.
Based.
No problem.
So he acknowledged correctly that biology is real. Neuroplasticity is also something
Biology
that's
is
real. If you're familiar with
real.
the dissertation, you know that the effects of this are real. The thing is, though, neuroplasticity, socialization, whatever you'd like to call it, you can best isolate with babies and with young children, like we did so conveniently.
Bring up John
in my
Money, bring up
introduction.
John Money.
And if that were the case, that neuroplasticity,
I don't think you want to talk to Hunter Avallone about babies. He might pop a chubby.
40-60 in terms of like where the babies are
He's a
landing
minor
on the gender roles
enthusiast.
100% of the
The
time.
podium's just gonna
Also,
fall
in terms
forward.
of how
He's a
enforcing
major
it,
minor
are we
enthusiast,
really
if you
supposed
will.
to believe that Hunter Avallone gives a damn what I think about anything? That me making a little quip about a stay-at-home
Here
dad
comes the
is
chat
somehow
homonym attacks.
Did they cut him off again, or?
Nah.
This is
Uncensored America, by the way, ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen.
Shout out to Uncensored America. Really awesome, great stream.
Is it really censorship if they don't stream any of it at all?
They're like, we really hate censorship so much.
We're just not going to talk.
Well, welcome to the Sam Daily Show. We're really happy that you stopped by. So this is the part where we say that we've got 40 concurrent viewers right now. If we lose one, then we're going to...
We're back to beatings. I think he's got 4 on cue.
No, because we gained significantly more than we lost.
Yeah, but we lost them. They were lost.
They were lost.
But then they were
lost.
found. They came back.
No.
Yes.
We have no way to guarantee that.
Yes, we do.
How can we guarantee that those are
Can
the
we get a
same people?
roll call in chat?
So, Vic, go ahead and give him the 2 that we lost. So we're at 41.
No, it was
we
definitely-
hope you
it
stick
was-
around. If you don't stick around,
No, we lost a few
it's-
people and we gained so much more. There's
We're about to lose a
There is
person.
no reason for this.
Hit 'em.
Please don't.
Get him.
We can be reasonable with this.
Simon
Please
Reasonably hit him.
I don't like this.
Either that or
Nick is coping
not-
because he lost us all viewers.
we've lost 3 viewers. So go ahead and hit him 3 more times.
Oh,
wow.
I don't like that.
That was nothing.
No.
Get him right in the mouth.
One more.
Yeah, because those are kind of
Yeah,
pathetic, so
yeah.
Make this one count.
One more as well.
Why don't you come over here and get beat with this welt instead?
I'm good.
I'm not under 6 foot.
Okay, one. I'm done.
Yeah,
I
get
think
him
we're
with
done.
it.
No,
Go.
we're done. We're
One
done.
more,
You got me.
I like how
You go on
there's just a belt in the shot. Like for those people who just joined, we're actually doing belt reviews right now. That's all we're doing.
We can
That's
have a
it.
look at stream.
So right now we've got chat going crazy.
I'm never doing a stream with Aaron and Bedan because I know that I'm gonna get beat then.
Yeah. This is what
It
happens when you're
says
in the guest chair. You
John
just get beat with a
John
belt.
Doyle says in the chat. John Doyle apparently is in the chat right now, and he says, "Hit Nick 100 times."
Well,
John
if it's
Doyle
for,
told you to,
If it's
I
for
mean-
John Doyle,
I don't know if that's the real John Doyle in the chat.
that's Elijah's
is,
fake account.
clearly
You're gonna
is.
make him beat me with a belt 100
Elijah
times
doesn't
after I
need
said you were awesome.
Elijah
I
doesn't-
John Doyle
retract
said it,
my
you gotta do it.
statement. I retract my statement. Elijah is
John
cringe.
Doyle needs me.
Why is the stream so bad? Let me tell you why the stream is so bad. Because they likely paid somebody like $500. They're like, hey, Johnny, you do live streaming in your basement with
You do
gaming
live
and
streaming
stuff,
in your
right?
basement.
Bad example. Here, I'll help you out, Sam. It was some IT major who likes John Doyle and was like, wow,
No, he
I
doesn't
can do
like
this.
John Doyle, otherwise this would be perfect.
Oh,
No,
you're
I'll tell
right.
you exactly what happened.
mean
Is that
that
I've had it
I'm
happen to me. Is that people reach out to me and they're like, we'd like you to live stream this event, and I go, what's your budget? And they're like, $500. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
I
right?
agree. Beat Nick
And so, go ahead. Give him one or two more.
The bit's done.
No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
The
Don't do
bit's
that.
done. The
Seriously,
bit's
we've
over.
gained 2. Like this is fine. But we do hit Dickler 100 times. He says hit Dickler 1A.
Hey, can we do a Q&A in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
That'd
Hey,
be
yeah.
funny.
Swing
Direct
in.
2 questions at me.
Yeah, let's find a new bit.
Or both answer in English voices.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
if
you're
you guys
talking
have any
about.
questions,
Dunno.
go ahead and send them in
Dunno.
the chat. We will
Dunno.
answer some questions as to
chuffed
who
as
John
nuts.
Doyle is in person. He's a kind, gentle man. That's my take on it. But these two
He is
Evidently
might have a
autistic.
different. What's that?
severely autistic.
Severely autistic.
All right, we have to have filler right now until this stupid wheel stops spinning. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the soap. You smell.
Thanks.
Can we get people in the Discord? Can we get call-ins?
Yeah, dial in or
Yeah. Hop
Do
on.
that.
Hop on Discord, Sam Daily Show Discord, and
I've
then
approved
people can
everyone
jump on
coming
and
in,
yeah.
so-
If we hit 100 concurrent viewers, Sam Daly will eat a Sam Daly bar of soap.
Yes, he will. I'll make him do it. I'll feed it to him.
No,
This is
not
likely
at all.
not
That's
true.
that's not true. Is that if
Max,
we
will you help me
hit
feed it to him?
1,000 subscribers
Mhm.
tonight, we will have one of our interns feed the other intern the soap.
This stream now
Yep.
feels very weird. People I don't know.
Yeah,
watching
you've
it.
ruined it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Could you speak closer to the
It was
microphone,
funny
please?
before.
Me?
Me.
No,
Who?
Max.
Me.
Max?
Oh, me. Hello. Oh, we got
Anyway,
Elijah.
wait, did we?
We're gonna take a question from Elijah momentarily.
Yeah, go ahead. So all you have to do is just jump in there.
We're gonna.
Pull him into a chat that's VIP or something. Pull him into the VIP chat. We're taking live questions on the Sam Daily Show Discord. If you would like, go to
It's a very primitive
samdailyshow.com.
setup.
What's that?
It's not really primitive. It costs like $50,000. It's just run by 2 monkeys.
Okay, get big guy in here. That's true.
Wait. Who is it that is there?
Oh, that is
What? They have
Z-Man the
boobs.
Panda?
They have boobs and they're like.
Based?
No, don't pull him in there.
Based.
What? Is that?
Yeah, Jack Elijah.
You can
We
bring
want Elijah.
you can bring Elijah in here.
Sorry, undeafened?
Bro, Elijah
Yeah, I mean,
Schaefer?
pull him in and then
Who's this?
you know.
Is this one of your
So-
friends?
I have no idea.
So we got caller on
Yeah.
line 263. You undeafen?
That might be the tech support guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's live. Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right. We've got caller 233. Who is this? What's the name?
This is Elijah.
Good grief.
Elijah, my
Oh,
beloved.
great to have.
Elijah, can
Elijah.
you hear me?
No, he
Yes.
he could probably barely hear you because it's coming through the
Oh,
computer.
man.
But he can hear me just fine. Elijah, how you doing today? Tonight.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely phenomenal. We're happy to have you on the show. Have you or were you watching the debate before the team absolutely flopped? Were you watching it?
Before they censored America?
On my end, it was a bit iffy, and I didn't feel like watching Kai's stream, so
Elijah, are you wearing a shirt right now?
I've been just going based off what the chat's been saying.
Sam, ask Elijah if he's wearing a shirt right now.
Elijah, we would like to ask you whether or not you're wearing a shirt.
No, I'm not.
Called it.
Excellent.
Based.
Okay.
I've never seen Elijah be in Discord and wearing a shirt at the same time.
Great. Elijah, do you have any questions as far as who John Doyle is in person?
Well, no, because I haven't met him yet. But
No, I know,
Well,
but
that's
we,
why
we
you
have
would have
Max the
questions.
British man. We have Max the British man to tell you
you're
all
asking
about
me.
it.
You're asking me to question how he is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I have 2 questions. First one, why is Nick 3 feet tall? Second
God's
question
plan,
is,
God's plan, God's plan.
Good
is
answer.
John authentic to how he perceives himself on his channel?
Complicated.
I would say yes. However, he's incredibly laid back in real life. You could almost say autistic. But, came across as a nice guy. definitely would meet up again. Yeah, I would say he's pretty much the same. Less chatty is the only thing.
Thanks for the question, Elijah. We are happy that you could tune in, and we appreciate the support. Are you or are you not going to be using Sam Daly soap tonight?
No, because I hope to get some soon. So.
Okay. All right. Well, all you have to do is just go to the website, Sam Daly Show, and then find the locals at the very bottom of the page, and you support us at
What a great segue.
$1 a day, and that's something that's simple. That's less than a coffee a day. That's like 4 pieces of bubble gum.
That's a coffee a week.
Yeah, is it? Is it? Yeah. Yeah. That's.
there.
Yeah, that's all you got to do, and then we'll send you not only soap, but we'll also send you stickers and a bunch of other things. I may actually use the soap before I send it, so if there's anything extra on there,
that would be preferred.
That's entirely so. But we appreciate you calling in. I actually have a follow-up question for you, Max. Thank you, Elijah.
Follow-up.
Yeah,
We will break your soap in for you before we send it to you.
Okay, Max, my question for you is on the hierarchy of like Americans that you've met, who's in the top 5?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Be very careful how you answer.
There are 5 guys in the room right now.
Who's got the belt at the moment? Okay, it's over there. Cool. Christian, of course. We know Christian. Everyone loves Christian. Very, very lovely man. Gave me a place to sleep for a week, so we appreciate that.
I would not let you out.
Of course, JJ comes in at number 1. How could he not?
Very true.
Absolutely marvelous man. Terrific to be around. I think that's my top 2. I don't want to go into the top 5 because then I'm gonna leave people out and make them feel upset.
I would like you to offend people. That's the whole point of this show.
Okay, fine. We'll go Steven.
Yeah, welcome to
Douglas
Slightly
Flash.
Offensive.
Very cool guy. We actually climbed and we lifted. It was awesome. Number 4 has to be Owen because he sat next to me.
Let's freaking go.
Great, that's awesome. Okay, let's
well,
jump to the chat.
Whoa,
Kai
that's
Clips
still
has
got
it
one
up.
more.
They keep saying that Kai Clips has it up. I don't know how he has it up because he's streaming somebody's phone that is turned on there at the event.
I mean, is that better than nothing?
Yeah, it is. But are we gonna stream Kai Clips and the?
It'll be great. It'll be good exposure for us. We can leech people off his streaming.
Hey Vic, come over here and get.
Yeah,
Kai
but then we
Clips
have to listen to
stream
Kai
up.
Clips talk.
That is true.
It's great. I do like Kai Clips, to be fair.
All right, so we're gonna work on trying to get the stream up here. Apparently, somebody is streaming it and then sending it to Kai Clips.
How many times do we have to beat Nick to get him to send it to us as well?
Well, you know what? Also, is that somebody was like shilling for his Hunter Avallon's. Oops, I don't know.
Yeah, imagine raiding another live stream and shilling for your own live stream.
No,
That'd
well,
be
Hunter,
great.
the
Couldn't be
debate.
us.
Somebody made a server, so. Okay, so there's a server here.
Burning while peeing and frozen streams. Dang, what a day.
Hold
Says
on.
William or
Is it
Willow
being
Fitzgerald.
streamed?
Fitzgerald?
J. Fitzgerald.
Support. This server is protected by double counter, anti-alt account VPN bot. You must be verified to enter the server.
Yeah, you have to send Hunter a picture
right
of your
now,
balls to get into the server.
True. What else
Yeah.
can we discuss while Sam's technical difficulties continue?
JJ was looking really good this week.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
can
he
you
always looks
please
good.
not pick your nose on the stream?
No,
Do it.
Do it.
I'll do
Literally.
Hey,
it. Will I get beat again if I
No,
pick my nose on stream as a bit?
Intern Nick, you have to pick your nose, or else we're going to whip out that lashing stick.
All right. Is this what you want? Is this what the people want? Is this what the people want?
Okay.
I'll pick my nose and eat it too.
So I am currently trying to find out how to get this stream.
We gotta
up.
make sure he
didn't-
washes his hands before he
He
touches
just,
me
he just
again.
wiped it on his jeans.
Okay. So
I
what
don't
are
know
our
what you want me to
options
do.
here? What are our options here? So the first one was just the America one, and then the uncensored, right? That one's not working. If anybody has any ideas in the chat, hey Sam, can I please have
Can we get some live coverage
CTM?
from
Yes,
Can we get
I
JJ to
know.
stream
I
it?
owe you. I know.
We could.
Is he there right now?
Yeah, JJ's
JJ's
in the
Oh my
building.
gosh! Then yeah,
JJ, my
let's do
beloved.
it. Let's do it. Let's get him in there.
Should
and
we
then what
phone
we can do
JJ?
is
Like
yes,
JJ Porter.
just yeah. Even if we get the audio in there.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll be able to get the video.
We're gonna phone JJ live on stream.
Well, you need to do it on that computer.
Cheerio, JJ.
Guys, we're gonna go let JJ.
Yeah,
stream
call
some-
JJ on Discord.
Okay.
Have you used a Discord before?
Okay. I
Okay.
haven't used this shitty thing before. Like I'm trying to scroll up.
Actually, if you call him on there,
Hey JJ.
Yes.
We are running into technical difficulties on the Sam Daily Show, on which you are currently live, by the way.
Hi, JJ.
The Wi-Fi is not working, so that none of the live streams anywhere are working. The only live stream working is one that Kai Clips has managed to.
I understand.
Put up.
what we need is
Okay,
you.
I'm just gonna stream it in the Discord.
Base.
Perfect.
We love you, JJ. Thank you. Cheerio.
Kisses.
JJ, my
Sick.
beloved.
Straight to the point.
Okay, but we also need the audio.
I
You
really
need
don't
to
think
get
he
the
wanted to talk on
audio.
the phone.
I don't. Well, yeah, because he was in the middle of the.
Max, you need to get Max, British
Maximilian.
Max, British Max. What you're gonna do?
Okay.
All right, folks, stay tight with us. Hold on. No, we don't. We're not gonna take it from there. Is that I need you to get the audio off of your phone, British Max, and then I'm going to get the video off of this computer
Wait,
right
No,
now.
I can't do that because he's live streaming it in a public voice chat.
Okay.
You-
All right.
you can
Well,
mute
then in that case,
everybody, I guess?
nothing works. Then we are going to put our head in the toilet and flush it.
Well,
I'm kidding.
okay, tell
We're gonna
JJ to
make this
mute
work.
put it in like speaker mode or something.
Because I can't get the
Oh, he's
audio
calling
on
me, he's
here.
calling me.
I cannot get the audio.
Could you mute my microphone? Yo.
All right, we have somebody on the ground at the event currently. We are trying to get that plugged in.
Sam
the
pretending
audio.
we're like an actual news team.
Yeah, folks,
I'm
we're
out. Okay.
working our best here. Is that we've got our best men.
All right, okay,
We've got
no
the
worries.
top
Thanks for
guy
joining me.
and the bottom guy working on it right
cheerio.
now.
It's not going to work.
What do you mean it's not going to work?
He's only got 40% battery, and it's not working on his
He's
end.
only got 46% battery.
40%.
That's
Apparently
plenty.
Apparently,
it's
it's not
not.
working on his end. We're not
This is
gonna
the
pressure
second
JJ.
time I've been let down by JJ in the last
Yeah.
couple of weeks.
Yeah, JJ's sliding.
We could
down
talk
that.
about that.
Yeah.
The JJ disappointment. So we went to go hang up Christmas lights on a house. Sam staged this whole meetup as an excuse to get like 20 guys to put lights on a house. It was pretty smart.
Yeah,
Pretty
slave
smart.
labor.
I was duped. He actually got me to pay for the plane ticket to come here. So we're all doing that, and it's like, how many of us were there?
It's like 11, yeah.
So there were, I guess, 11 of us, and we all were piled into two different cars, and we had the great idea on the way home. We said, it'd be funny if we gaslit Samantha Daly into thinking that we left Nick at the
house.
At the house, and Nick is 2'4", so it was really easy to hide him in the back of the car.
So we came up with this elaborate scheme. Missed calls to Sam and everything on the way there. We got to the cafe, which we frequent. Sat and waited. The only people that weren't in on it were our beloved JJ and Sam. So about a disturbing amount of time passed. To the point where it was like they weren't bothered by the lack of Nick's presence anyway. So it was a bit sad.
I'm never bothered by the lack of Nick's presence.
This is just mean. And then JJ looks up and goes, "Where's Nick?" And
JJ noticed I was missing.
Yeah. JJ noticed you. Sam got irate, but we had this rescue plan in order.
Okay.
Sadly, once Sam had left the room, we decided to get JJ in on the bit. And
Well, JJ knew it was a bit, too, didn't he?
No, afterwards. Yeah.
I said.
Well, he assumed it was a bit. It's like, I know
I told everybody not to tell JJ, or not to say anything to JJ, because I knew that JJ would pick up on the fact that it was a bit if we included him at all.
Yeah.
And I was right, but then he was like, "Well, you guys didn't include me."
Yeah, you lied to my face.
Like,
it's like, well, we had to
didn't
get Sam.
include me.
And then what occurred was that JJ decided to tell Sam it was a bit as soon as he came back.
Wait.
He said, well,
This Ashlyn Zelensky chick says that
as far as I'm aware, she's happily married.
Hey,
so-
hold up. I think I've got. We're just gonna take it from Kai's.
Okay.
It's over.
And pushing against the narrative that was contemplated at the time.
Oh, I love that
which was,
audio.
yes, a racist narrative. This idea that black
We're
people, white
racism
people
now.
were,
Wow.
or black people were lesser. They
He's doing the funny
whatnot.
leftist thing.
MLK was using his voice.
Sam,
to
is it possible to go
challenge
back
many
to
of
where
these
we were?
institutions At the time, and receiving donations does not
Just
disprove
stay
that.
on this.
Last but not least,
You're not
talk
gonna
about
understand how he
what
got to
women are
racism anyway,
attracted to.
so-
You say that it's women
Going
who
to
are
just-
doing this. I don't know why you don't think that
It's okay, we're not going to listen to it anyway,
could
so
also
we're not
be
losing anything.
socialized. If women are born into a
Thanks, Guy
world
Clips.
where they too are taught, hey, what a good man looks like is someone who's stoic,
JJ
dominant,
ratted out the joke and let us
aggressive,
down.
never shows his
Very
emotions,
sad.
then she's more likely, yes, to be attracted to that kind of equality.
He's portraying these
This is why, for
attributes as
example,
negative
a
and
long
using
time
negative
ago,
words.
Fat women were seen as more attractive because it symbolized wealth, it symbolized power. And so,
Hunter has
Being
a.
fat
what we as
symbolizes
humans
wealth.
find attraction, or
Do you think
find
Hunter has
attractive,
a
can
Bumble?
change. And so if women find certain masculine
He strikes me more as a Tinder guy, personally. Well, on Bumble, the women make the first move, so maybe not.
His wife's probably got him.
So TradCon,
I doubt it.
Let's go.
Okay, hold up.
That ends our second segment, and we will now move on to the closing statement.
Okay, just in time for the closing statements.
Closing, John, you will have 5 minutes for your closing.
You mentioned therapy, therapists, things like that. You'll notice when we talk about
Therapy and
therapy
racism.
culture, if you try long enough what people
Who really-
like about their
Hey,
therapists
let him do
is
the
that
closing
they
statements at least.
provide to them someone to speak to. And it is true, as we both mentioned, that there has been a social degradation in this country, and that is very bad. But the answer to that is not to become weaker, become more whiny about things. The answer is to actually try and go about fixing that, which you can only do through strength. And you're not going to convince me that some 93 IQ, 27-year-old with a psych degree is really going to provide insight into my problems that
Chad
my
Hominim.
dad won't or my grandpa won't or what have you. Women saying, well, I wish my man would be more open about his emotions. Of course she said that. I can't figure out what he's thinking. Try it. I dare you to try. If you're really upset about something, that's fine. I respect that. Every day, complain to your woman. Complain about, not your woman. I shouldn't say that. That's possessive. Complain to your partner about what your respective problems may be. See how far that gets you. She will pretty soon portray or perceive you to be weak, and she will not be interested in you for very much longer.
Never
In
talk
most
to your
cases,
significant
there are
other. I think
exceptions.
that's the real.
Very true.
Never have a
Listen.
significant other.
In terms of it makes them happier in
Well, I'm getting a phone call from my mommy.
Talking about effeminate men.
She saw him getting beat on live stream. She's like, baby, are you okay?
That's sure. But like we said in the data that was cited in my intro, of the women
He didn't
who are
cite
the
any data in his
happiest, there are
intro.
all those who have said they've had to make concessions and sacrifices for their family. That is what meaning is. Making sacrifice for something that is greater than oneself. Being stressed out. Dealing with obnoxious children.
That's why John Doyle
Not pretending that
sacrificed
it's
his
a
entire
very
channel to
happy
make Blaze
experience.
TV
But ultimately, the magic that you will be able to create in
appearances.
that child's life as a parent is greater than anything else that you could ever pursue on this planet. That is true. MLK challenging the power structures. What? You mean the federal government?
Jessica, that is incredibly
They
dazed.
had white students at bayonet when they were forcing integration. That power, really speaking truth to all the billionaires in society who benefited from that. Watch the video. In terms of the APA guidelines.
That's a reference to the John Doyle multiverse.
Notoriously bipartisan, talking about how these harmful standards of masculinity hurt men's feelings. This was basically laughed at. There were multiple studies, including one that was peer-reviewed by about 12 different scholars, saying that not only does this not reflect the data that we have on males and females, it's actually clinically not even useful, and perhaps might even be more harmful than it would be useful in addressing the problems that males might be more likely to feel. The fact women are attractive, opposite is the case. Men, because men, status, resources. I am sorry to say this, but there's not been a case in human history where people have looked at fat women and been like, nice. And also, even if that is the case, who in those other cultures? Maybe it is true, but assume. Well, who is sending these letters to the pygmies in Africa, to people in Iran, to people in Venezuela, Vietnam? Who is telling these people you actually have to be really stoic, and you have to be the provider and protector? These things are downstream from our biology. He has not been able to actually acknowledge.
Literally.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're back. We're so back.
Our behavior differently, which is universally the same throughout the world, throughout world history, and also with babies. If it were true that neuroplasticity, you would expect to see a little bit of leeway. Maybe if we're ambitious 50-50. I would even settle with 10%, but it's not. It is virtually always the same. And that is because men are men, women are women, and I'm kind of like an Aristotelian natural law kind of guy, kind of like a Jesus kind of guy. So if you are following that which you are programmed to do, chances are it's going to optimize your capacity for flourishing as a human being. Right now, contrary to my the institutions are actively dissuading
somebody's anime ringtone is
difficult
going off.
to get married.
What anime is it?
spouse. But that does not mean that our biology
My girlfriend could probably tell you if she's still watching.
There's a
Let's
reason
ask
for the
Naomi.
fact that the individual who is the most likely to benefit from the freedom of my opponent's ideas is also the profile
She
of the
plugs
most
her nose
oppressed
ring into
person
the,
in this country. That is
into
a
the computer.
middle-aged, single, working woman with no children. Why is she the most oppressed if she has had the most to benefit throughout the last 60 years of social engineering? And if she isn't the most oppressed, or if she is, but it's just like a temporary dip, we're buying at the dip, let me know when the uptake is, and I'll look forward to like egalitarian, gender-inclusive Wakanda or something.
All right, Hunter, you have 10 minutes for your closing before we move on to the Q&A.
I'm probably not going to need 10 minutes. So, John, you keep going back to the biology thing, and then I just keep saying the same thing, and then it's like a repeat constantly. So, I already have acknowledged that there is biological differences, and even if people are behaving certain ways because of their biology, that's fine. None of that is the problem. The problem is when you try to enforce this, when you try to stigmatize people who do not adhere
As per the previous,
to your preferred
nobody's doing
version
this.
of these gender roles.
Not yet.
You even did it just a minute ago when you started talking about therapy.
The thin veil of irony will soon slip.
You associated therapy with weakness.
Mandated
Being
fitness.
weak. It is not weak.
There's a reason JFK got his skull knocked off, and it had nothing to do with the CIA.
And the
Because
fact
he
that
wanted
you're considering it
mandatory fitness.
is, again, demonstrating my point. This idea that if men are vulnerable, or they show emotion, or they go
I find
to
it
therapy,
funny that the
they're
married
somehow
women
weak,
agree with
or
us.
lesser of a man,
We should
that is
certainly pick
contributing
up on
to
that.
more depression, that is contributing to higher suicide rates for men, and that's also contributing
If we look
to
at the physiognomy
potential to
of the Hunter
destabilize
Avallone
marriages,
string,
as I've already said in my opening.
likely sickening.
You also talk about men
Yeah.
being strong, strength, and how important that is. Strength is important across the board. This strength is not something that's only important for men. Everybody should be strong in their own respect.
Oh, we're back.
And one of the ways you can be strong is also by being vulnerable. It's also by recognizing the time and the place to express
How delayed
emotions,
is this stream?
even if that is uncomfortable. A strong person is able to be in touch with their emotions.
Yeah, but
and work through
in
that
what
through
context?
25 seconds.
Not by just suppressing it and being stoic, because I gotta be a man, bro. You talk about how quickly your partner will get fed up if you are constantly complaining to them. I agree. Talking about your emotions is not the same thing as complaining. Nobody likes a complainer. But talking about your emotions is not the same thing as complaining all the time to your partner. You also talk about women being happier when they sacrifice for their family. I think this is a perfect example of a really good value that doesn't need to be gendered. The idea that you should sacrifice for your own desires for the family, yes, you should. If you have a family, then sorry, you are in many ways no longer number one. You do have to make sacrifices, but this isn't just for women. This isn't just for men. And if women were happier, I'm sure that you can find studies that show that men are happier as well, because having children and having a family is one of the best and most fulfilling experiences that you can have in life. So this is a perfect example of where something.
It's funny how when liberals make arguments like this, they rely on so many conservative presuppositions, and then when you debate them on those presuppositions, they're like, no.
Provide for your family. Be strong.
Every time. Same with religious arguments.
These are good things. Be the breadwinner. Provide for your family.
Nick, how was your mother?
I agree with. I don't agree with.
Say that again.
How was your mother?
How was my mother?
How was she?
Has she recovered from last
And
night?
I also don't agree that these need to be gendered.
I don't
think that
follow.
a lot of these values
I
are
know.
really good
Okay.
values to have, but they're good values for everybody to have.
She was fine.
And
She
I
just
think that
wanted to
that's
call
really
about the
most
weather.
important
Apparently it
that we
snowed
should
back
be looking
at home.
So at the end of the day,
So-
gender roles are largely influenced by society. We can make a change, and if we can acknowledge where some of these expectations are doing harm, then that means that we can all work towards making a better future for
Just
men,
love that we
for
can see
women,
calculus.
and
This whole thing is like Hunter just does not want to work out. Like that's what it is. His entire worldview.
Thank
Where
you.
did that come from? All right.
Thank you, Hunter. Thank you, John. I'll give a round of applause
I can
for
see his
David.
face right
Shout out no context Doyle. Live stream. Gave you some crap at the beginning, but he really clutched up. He did really clutch up.
Oh, this was no context, Doyle.
Okay.
Splendid. Did you just mute the live stream?
Yeah. It's over. But
It's so over.
shout out to this guy right here. A big shout out to this guy.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
This.
Who's this guy?
I have Kai Clips on the it's just yeah, I haven't popped up. Big shout out to Kai Clips and No Context Doyle. Who is that? Who is running that? We shouldn't actually say that on air. But, yeah. Shout out. Cool. Awesome. I'm glad that we were able
Looks
to
like
get
Kai Clip's got a haircut.
What's that?
No way.
He got a Kai Clip.
That's crazy, though. Oh, nice. I was going to say the hive mind just collectively got haircuts.
It's clipping time.
I need a haircut.
So in the chat, go ahead and say what you think, and we'll say it. We'll say it. Somebody says John Doyle is only 20-something. He isn't established enough to have a wife. Huh. True. Maybe. No, not true. I don't know about that.
I disagree.
I think that John could have a wife right now.
What's this?
I mean, in terms of the ability to be
if he knew how to talk to women, he could have a wife.
It's harder to be established in the modern world, I think, especially at a young age.
He's got more money than.
Right. Yeah. He personally does, but I mean, in general.
Oh no! Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I think that the considering we didn't get to see probably 80% of that debate, we really only get to see the opening and the closing. Is that it seemed like John Doyle was actually picking it up. By the end of it, he was getting on a roll. I don't understand. Maybe I just don't enjoy all the debates, but the debate, it was just long and drawn out, like the opening statements. But the closing statements, it was just like, and then Hunter was like, "It's okay for men to cry. It's okay fine."
To be weak. Followed by the Sigma male edit. We've all seen it.
I think Avalon was wrong in a lot of his topics, but he did present them well. But on Doyle's side, he did keep the chat homonym attacks to a minimum, which I think will go a long way for neutral audiences.
You got to fill me in on that. What is a Chad homonym?
You know what an ad homonym is?
No.
But Chad.
Well, instead of like, if we're
like
debating like, are
personal
cats
attacks.
better than dogs? I wouldn't say cats are better
Speaking of the
because
mic.
of. I wouldn't say cats are better because of XYZ. I would just say you have sex with your dog. So that's an ad homonym, and a Chad homonym is when somebody I like does that.
Okay. All right. So he was doing Chad homonyms at the end.
Well, he was doing it like in the beginning a little bit, then in the middle. He definitely brought it up at the middle in the crossfire.
In his first couple sentences, he said something like, "I hope we don't default to the sophomoric understandings of what men and women are," and like that's not exactly a Chad homonym because he's not like you're fat and you have a fupa.
I think he indirectly called him like a soy boy too, didn't he? At one point.
I didn't hear. I only
people
heard
who think these things are this. So let's not focus on like ABC. Let's do this instead.
Why are we focusing on who won? Because A, it's obvious, but B, I don't think it was really there to change anyone's mind. I don't think anyone's mind came away changed.
My mind has changed. I thought Hunter Avallone was gay, and now I think he's gay and retarded.
I don't think that anybody in that crowd is changing in their mind. That's the tough part about any kind of debate today is that it's like when your worldview is entirely like just media and culture and entertainment, and then you have John that comes in over here and he's got fundamentals. Like, what is fundamentals of culture today? What do they rest on other than
gay sex, Marvel, and
Hot Chip?
Even if
Hot
Hunter
Chip, yeah.
lost, he still stands up for the right thing.
And
What
I don't know if I
exactly
can
is he
say this
standing up
on
for?
YouTube, but I'm going to say it: black people. Like those are the four pillars of the.
Lay it out again with more context, because like 3 people joined as soon as you just said black people.
I could stop there. Gay sex. I mean, I don't think I need to
And
explain
we're discussing the pillars of
how that works.
society right
But basically, the two men have their buttholes and they touch them together, and then a baby comes out.
Gay men can have babies. If a man can get pregnant, then gay men can have babies. It's just
common
sense.
sense.
They're not babies. They're gaybies.
Oh,
And that's how
kinda
gay
like
people
babies.
are.
There's babies and then there's gaybies.
And then there's JJBs.
I'm a clinical gayologist.
Actually, called into Majority
wait,
Report and debate Sam Cedar. Who is Sam Cedar and what's his bench press?
So I think the second pillar is Marvel.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even you could say very topically, it's Marvel.
Is it Marvel or is it anime?
Anime is a big part of the culture,
One
but I
Piece
think
is inherently based.
I feel like that falls under the category of Marvel, like a very simplistic understanding of the world through a consensus moral lens. Everybody's a little bit right and a little bit wrong all the time, but as long as they don't commit one of a few transgressions like racism or some level of intolerance. Then they're the bad guys. But as long as they don't do that, well, they're not really the bad guys. They're just mostly the bad guy. But like, you can understand, like, their mom beat them, so it's okay. It's all relative, really.
We've all been there.
And then what was the third one I said? Marvel?
Hot chip.
Hot chip, I was just agreeing with
lie,
you.
of course.
And black people. Like, I think that really ties into the Marvel one, like the whole injustice. I guess that's a DC thing, but like the idea of injustice being a pillar of the modern understanding of the world.
What was the full name of that video game again? Injustice.
Gods Among Us.
Among Us?
I hate you.
Max, speaking of the microphone.
I made an Among Us joke. It's all good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Look what you just said.
What's going
Well,
on?
I don't like One Piece, but I love anime.
What do you think of this woman?
Cringe.
Well,
That's
that's a
my
woman
girlfriend.
moment. It's okay. You can save her. Be sure to post your
I'm trying.
full name
I'm
and phone number in the chat,
No,
and Max will
I'm
call
literally
you.
dating that woman right now.
Oh.
I'm trying.
Yeah, honestly,
But I'm not going to make her watch One Piece.
Not a bit cringe in that case.
Let's go ahead and throw this out there. Max is here from Britain, and he is looking for a
green card
Republican mommy.
I'm going to stop you there, big guy.
Don't tell Nathan. You're looking for a Republican mommy.
Is Nathan his boyfriend?
No, he's talking about Badan.
Yeah, every time somebody says Republican mommy, Nathan's jean jacket shrinks one size.
Shout out to Badan, Nathaniel Abbott. His channel is great, awesome. Go smash that subscribe button. Also, smash the subscribe button.
I have a black
here.
bisexual roommate who loves Marvel. Does he eat hot chip? If so, he's the quintessential American hero.
You're reading this off the screen, I don't see it.
Yeah, he
guy.
goes, I have a black bisexual roommate who loves Marvel.
If you can
Marvel,
see me
rather.
right now, I'm squinting.
We've got someone in the chat saying nothing is sinful. I wonder what his bench press is. Should we guess?
Jessix, we know that you own
4?
Funko Pops.
135.
And I don't know whether I approve of that or not.
I'm going to go lower. I'm going to say like 95.
Let us know, big guy.
Well, actually, I guess it's relative to body weight, right? Because a
Is it?
small guy benching 135 is more impressive.
don't hit me
Not
with
body
this
weight. Wouldn't it
relativity
be?
stuff.
Wouldn't it be height? Wouldn't it be more dependent on height than body weight?
Well, mainly body weight. I mean,
What do you-
high players.
Yeah, but like if I gained 50 pounds right now,
You'd be able to. Well, no, because you're not gaining.
but
muscle
it's a
mass,
bench. Right.
But if you were just fat, then no. But usually people that go to the gym have muscle as well.
Hey, let's go ahead and get a call in. If somebody jumps into the Sam Daily Show server, then we will get you on live. I don't know who that would be. I think Jessix actually may be in the server.
Can we do like 30?
First come, first serve. We will blindly get you in here.
My girlfriend is talking about anime in the chat, Sam. Can we do like
say
a 5?
the bench press joke again. Apparently, I've been informed by good friends that the bench press joke is not funny.
It's
However,
pretty funny.
It is still foolproof. So
It's incredibly funny. Your friends are just gaslighting you. Don't listen to them.
yeah.
Are they really your friends?
I am unsure.
If they don't want to.
I mean, these guys would have posted their bench press if they had a respectable bench press. So that kind of proves my point.
Guys, people are coming here to talk about the Hunter Avallone and the John Doyle debate. Can we get back to that?
Yeah, sure.
please?
How much do you
Drag
think
them in
John
chat.
Doyle benches?
We're gonna drag everyone into the.
I'm not gonna lie that John Doyle does bench quite a bit.
It's less than me. I know that.
He's been getting yoked lately.
Yep.
I think he's just big boned.
Yeah, my
I think for
bones are
every
shaped like-
single month that he goes without uploading a video,
he gains
like
20
10
pounds.
I think that goes for every YouTuber. That's probably why I'm so small.
Okay, we've got more people in the.
Who are you
server
kidding?
now.
You upload your daily show like once every 4 months.
Daily
That's not
uploads.
true.
once
That's
a
not
week.
true. It's Sam once in a while show, and
Occasionally.
yes.
My name is Sam Once in a While. This is the Sam Once in a While show.
Can Max bench press Nick live on stream?
Yeah, definitely.
That's a very good question.
If you could balance him,
Honest.
you could definitely lift him.
Yeah. This is my allowed to opposed to.
So let's see. Let's go around the. What is it called in baseball? Around the horn.
Baseball?
Around the horn. When's the first time?
baseball?
Oh gosh.
Over in Britain, we've only got cricket.
We cricket.
I just
We
wanted to
pick
go.
up crickets and we make them throw baseballs at each other.
That's not how it works.
It's how it works. It's called cricket. Not wacky paddle bolly go.
No context. Doyle stream is back up. Okay.
but
And
what are
they're
we
doing
watching?
Q&As. They're doing Q&As. Here we go. Let me.
Oh, Q&A with Doyle. Okay, let's watch that.
Vic, you can't leave your spot. I need you.
Okay.
I need you.
Quit playing Fortnite.
Get that up. Get that up. Get that up. Get
Yeah,
that up.
if we ever do a John Doyle Q&A, I'm going to ask him why he won't pay for pizza.
The stream.
True.
He did actually pay for
that
our
audio
pizza.
up.
Oh, did he?
I don't think he
after?
did.
Little
Did he?
Caesars.
I think JJ bought that.
Governed by their emotion and men are just the rational ones is just
Q&A.
complete nonsense. So there's two different studies that completely just.
The only reason he thinks that's nonsense is because
The
his
first one being
testosterone
a study
levels are so
that was done
low.
recently, they tracked over 150.
Okay, hold on. Vic is having trouble here. Is that they're doing a Q&A right now, and so we need the audio from the Q&A so that we can stream it live onto here.
Why are we
So-
live streaming No Context Doyle's Q&A?
Because it's the only one that works because the stream's down. Have you not been here for the last, like...
No, he hasn't. He was talking to his mom.
Okay, so do we have it live? Do we have it live?
What?
The stream.
Oh, I thought it was a Q&A with No Context Doyle's.
We
Like, that
can
doesn't
talk
make
over
any
the stream,
sense.
yes, but
It's live,
it's
right?
tad confusing.
Great. Okay. All right. Okay, here we
We're
go.
no different. Men
He's
and
answering the
women will
question,
be
why
identical
is he so
and
gay?
into
Why?
making
Oh, you're
rational
gay.
decisions. Emotion is not actually the
I have a brief response to that. I was implicated. The study that he's referring to with the corporate executives thing, this is a very ad hoc sort of approach where you have these corporations, they don't want a media backlash, they want to look favorable
He did
to
the
their
thing.
donors and everything. Sure, they appoint women to avoid lawsuits. I'm sure they do a great job, but in terms of leadership, who's going to get you across the river, not be across already, and be like, okay, my turn. Show me a company that's trading on the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange that was started
Simon, we have to get the video up.
multi-billion-dollar company.
Yes.
Every one that you can show me that was started by women and led to that success, there's 100 that were started by men. This is just the nature of the game. I'm sorry. In terms of experience versus the emotional experience versus acting on that, like we said, men are better at controlling that emotion. We might experience it, but we're better at controlling it. Better decisions, as implicated by like they treated animals better. I guess I don't know.
There were moral decisions. There were questions.
That's even in itself egalitarian. You know, your moral obligation is to your people. And I don't care if like it's easier to move the raccoon out of the deck instead of shooting with a shotgun. Like at a certain point, do what is right by the people. So, and again, the historical record speaks for this. I mean, we really think that if like it was women instead of men, that we'd all be better off. I don't think anybody actually thinks that. Maybe there's a study with some fun, hypothetical ethical experiments. That's great. But we've had thousands of years of this, and I think that the record is pretty clear.
Well, the thousands of years that you keep referencing are ignoring all kinds of context there, first and foremost. Second,
humans are
hold on, I don't know why you're telling the bedtime story.
Fact
right now to
check.
the audience
Missing
about this study.
context.
You're making something up because you're coping over the fact that this study clearly shows that when women are in top executive positions, the companies
This is a
outperform
live
their
debate.
competitors by near 25%. This was a study done in 29 different countries with over 1,000
We need to see our
companies.
Because a company without a female CEO is sexist.
We need more
So you have to
computers.
prop that woman up.
You totally can. Show me then those decisions that were made. Establish a common variable and then find some causal link from there. You're going, oh my gosh, the biggest companies are implementing DEI training. Well, this is like evidence of it's winning. No, show me one that has been built from the ground up by a disproportionate amount of female leaders relative to
I feel like this is a stupid rebuttal from John Doyle. It's like, show me one company that has done this.
It's like minority.
Best Buy.
However, again,
Huh?
the study that I'm keep referencing. you
Best Buy would be an example of that.
and say, show me someone, a woman who started a company in a garage. No, the study that I'm referencing demonstrates that there is a strong
Is this true? I don't know.
Yeah,
between
Best Buy's
women
got a
in top
female
executive
CEO currently.
positions and the company.
I mean, he's asking. He's got a bunch of conditionals on it. Like it was built from the ground up by women. Like
Bumble.
Or just be as good.
that tracks. But
possibility of that.
I just think it's stupid to be like, show me one. Like you're not arguing the exceptions, and somebody's going to be able to find an exception. So when you say something like that, you're setting yourself up for a rebuttal. Even if the overall trend is true, he needs to be arguing on values and on trends, not on like, well, show me one time that this one thing. Like it just statistically, there's going to be an outlier, and then you've sunk your ship.
Yeah, like a silly goose.
Rationalization is the case. Don't ever think about it. Logic is
No, rationality.
Did I hear JJ laughing?
Trying to just fill in the blanks. Well, they were probably liberal institutions who were incentivized. That's coping.
No, that's real.
Diane says I can't see anything. Open your eyes.
This question is for John.
You advocated for the restoration of traditional gender roles, and you claimed that was due to our biological proclivities. So, if we were to go about restoring those, would you say it is more on our part to do a proactive concealment of those behaviors, or is it more of just like a hands-off, repealing the belong march through the institutions?
Both. I mean, it depends on what level of power you.
Is this the beginning of the John Doyle Ben Shapiro destroys liberals arc?
Oh yeah, we need some.
Incentives. By all means, do that. But ultimately, not everyone is going to be doing that.
John Doyle skins liberal alive.
When I first got into John Doyle,
Oh, what happened? Did
it
you
was
knock him?
incredibly funny because my first impression of him was Zoomer Ben Shapiro. Is that just a me thing, or do you guys see it?
Because there's
No, yeah, I see it because I started out with the porn thing, which is pretty Zoomer Ben Shapiro, and then I went straight from that to like the racism video. And I was like, well, that's not what that actually means. That there's an actually 15% bias. So I know what you mean.
I noticed there's certain religious difference early on.
A little bit of a difference of opinion, so to speak.
Just a bit.
People are complaining that you're talking over John.
Yeah, you should mute the video. It's even worse.
In terms of reducing symptoms of depression, you want to stop being depressed? Get vitamin D, go outside, get active. That's how you reduce it and reduce it.
Her last name is Zelensky. I don't know if I
That
care.
creatine stat is actually real too. I read that.
My question is for John. One day, when
talking
the
about
super
creatine?
spreadsheet take power, what is the plan to address sort of the egalitarian anti-marriage propaganda?
What is the plan for Jewish people?
Politics, and what do you do in those positions of power to address them?
Did you just say?
Well, I'll tell you something as a white bill. I just got back from D.C. and was meeting with a lot of behind-the-scenes people. Normally I'm in media, and so my idea of how over it is like it's over.
Count the number of letters.
Political people behind the
It's right
scenes
there.
are very smart and very calculated. Like it's incredible what these people can think of, and that's really the nature of politics. You know, we can talk about like media, democracy, things like that. Behind the scenes, everyone's very aware of what's going on because it's a political power struggle. So that was fun for me to hear about. But in terms of things like that, practical solutions, repealing, the Civil Rights Act, that would be a great start. That violates the Constitution.
John didn't include a seek help from a professional. If you're depressed, that's an L. Go to church, Chase.
Yeah, just go to some random white woman so that she can put you on the forever sad
Maybe
pills.
broadcasting
So
which are in contradiction to the flourishing of people. You can always find ways to work with things like that.
No, Hunter does not have a wife. Hunter's wife has Hunter.
Very true. Hunter's wife has a boyfriend.
This is going on in the meeting. That's what you're supposed to do. No, thank you. We want men.
sorry,
we
his
want
wife is
women.
taken.
That's what's normal. That's what we should be promoting to people. So there are ways you can do it, and it's really going to be dependent on when we can actually take over that power, which the historical record would say it's going to be probably within our lifetime, which is very exciting. So yeah.
Thank you both for coming to Knoxville.
I feel like John Doyle's presentation would be more effective if he punched the table with every point.
White man in a suit.
The white male rage just.
Increasing testosterone within men has led to a progressive collapse in traditional gender roles, or is it purely due to like evolving social norms?
Sure. So, I mean, I would have to look into that.
That's due to microplastics.
But if I take your word for it, then
Due to
yes,
what?
of course,
Who
there are
groomed you politically?
varying different
It was
reasons
a
why
SJW
specific
cringe compilations,
testosterone
followed by
levels
reading
are
and lifting weights.
And that could very well
And a bit
be one of
religion.
them. Yes. On top of that,
Who
there's also,
groomed me politically?
less demand for physical
Jesus.
labor jobs, which reduces testosterone, and then although but just to be clear, the
Jessica
social
W.
gender roles are not
Splendid.
necessarily the same as
Religion, yikes. Yeah, you're in the wrong chat, big guy.
Yeah, leave. Don't give Sam Daly viewership.
It is completely correlated with testosterone. I mean, you are
Buy the soap or leave.
This is a Sam Daly appreciator neighborhood. Chase is not welcome.
Feminists start to challenge these ideas of like, well, maybe I should just talk about my emotions more. Maybe I should just
Maybe not a
be more
win.
sensitive, things like that. It's completely correlated, and you're right on with testosterone, with the seed oils. It's all lifestyle related.
Are we gonna do a Sam Daly funny hunt like we did in Hawk yesterday?
Do I see blue and yellow in Chase's profile picture?
Free trade, but it has to be fair.
See a Ukraine appreciator?
But another thing that you're seeing is this idea that like, oh, testosterone just doing this.
Jessix, that is rape.
What's she saying?
You don't know how to
He says that she met her husband when she was 14 and he was 15.
That's grooming. No, it's
Yeah, no.
Obviously,
Me too, him.
happen anyways, but in terms of the proportion at which it's happening, largely because of environmental factors.
So
Also,
true.
Is that not gay?
I want cigarettes.
Life Art Times loves us all. Loves men?
So I just heard this weekend.
Love men.
We've been smoking forever, and this country is built on tobacco and caffeine.
right.
The lung cancer.
Why do you know that, Ashlyn Zelensky?
Is John Doyle nicotine pills?
Zelensky.
That were integrating traces of phosphate.
Lie fart times.
Trace amounts of radiation.
Lie fart.
And so when you're smoking things,
Lie
that
fart
affect the
times.
tobacco, over time, that has caused for rates of lung cancer to increase. And another great example of this is you look over in Japan, East Asia, they smoke like chimneys. They never had the same problems with lung cancers or mouth cancers that we did until borders opened up. Now all of those.
Bro, can we not get into Japanese age consent machines?
Maybe for tomorrow's stream.
We're all Christians, yes.
You can grow your well,
Yeah, I love Christmas,
one
yeah.
could grow their own.
Roll your own cigarettes.
Yeah.
That was a really well-timed laugh track.
So my question for John.
Left.
Oh, this guy's our guy. This guy's our guy.
Do you think the possible way to like troll these institutions for the meetings would be to have more kids?
Do a little trolling.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's no greater demonstration.
No, we're not libertarded, no.
Libertarianism and Christianity do not.
They literally call it
They're incompatible.
terrorism. Now they don't do this in countries that aren't white. They say that's fine. It's only in Western countries which are predominantly white. They run this propaganda, and it's also always white people. I mean, you never see the fertility rate with immigrants from Latin America or Asia. Fertility rate with African Americans substantially higher than that of the white Americans.
JJ?
That's never the case. It's always white people having kids.
Yeah, that's a good one, big guy.
Throughout the sort of cultural zeitgeist.
It's not entirely wrong.
It's not.
Tweets of, see, I'm illiterate, I've been kicked off Twitter. People will share photographs of like large white families on Twitter.
So you still acknowledge that hierarchy
Something's
exists?
wrong about this. They have been just instinctively off put to this idea of white people getting together and having kids. And honestly, like, for that reason, I'd like to say it's because God, and it is, but spite is also something
authoritarian.
Hey, Michael, that's sexist. That is not appropriate for our stream. We're gonna need you to run that one back.
Please find a belt near you and give yourself 5 punishment.
Can we get rid of lie fart times?
I actually love division. I don't know where the institutional push is for this, especially considering the fact that even now
Love our boomer sexist.
images can provide
Michael Canary, are you over the age of 50? And if not, why?
also provide
He's got a strong bent.
welfare or Medicaid, which also helps people to have children as well. So I think that the idea that there's like this institutional push for white people to not have kids, I don't know where the institutional
Lucy the
push is.
communist.
Talk about the cringy
She's Lucy, all right.
Yes, Twitter. You can find almost any cringy shit on there. And it is cringy, by the way, to act like
She's
there's
probably
something
like
wrong with
14.
people having children, or because it's bad because white people have kids. That's all cringe.
It's okay, I
don't
can
know where
save
the
her.
institutional push is. All I see is cringy articles.
Tag me in,
from
coach.
Idiots on Twitter.
A lot of professors have been fired because they've been talking in classrooms calling for genocide, calling for
Okay, if she's under 18, I roll back the sexual harassment.
It's obviously in the media. I mean, it's increasingly in things like the military, the foreign legions.
Hunter speaking sounds like SpongeBob.
Coming into the country, being in the military, which is of course a very important institution for people sympathetic to our ideas to control. So I would actually wonder what institution is this not happening in? I mean, it's in all the NGOs, it's in the activists.
That's a short
it's in the courts, it's everything.
That's got
That is, of course, being trickled down.
Sam, can we get a rough clip for this time?
Well, I have days to spite the regime, so.
Live fart times, go away.
Regards to mail-in voting, so it's my understanding, one of the reasons Democrats will make some gains in some spots.
Why is Paw Patrol Chase trying to start a big liturgical argument?
I think that's a good bit, actually.
Democrats that don't turn out very often.
Honestly, the more they argue, the more it increases our engagement. So
Also establish our mail-in
I think.
How do you plan to enforce biblical law on everyone? Well, I'll start with a gun, a really big one.
Can they be saved if the government?
Can people really?
Them to believe? No.
No.
I don't plan on forcing people to believe. That is silly.
No.
I plan on enforcing objectively correct morality.
Well, I mean, I think if you're talking about the governmental soteriology, I don't know if that's the right term, but you want to provide everybody with the tools they need to be saved.
100%.
Right now,
you want to remove vices, such as pornography, drugs.
Right now we're in a wretched spot, so it's really hard for people to find Christ. There's so much counter signaling, so to speak.
just go back to eating.
But no, forcing somebody to adopt Christ is not the answer. Forcing somebody not to like molest children, on the other hand, because Christ said not to do that, I think that's more than reasonable.
Then we can probably start to win elections again if we have enough time for that. But in the meantime, there's a reason that 2022 and 2020 went a certain way, and it's exactly because of what you described.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
What part of denying Christ is hella based, big guy? Of course his name's Hunter. Every Hunter we know.
Can we please just hear the question? What was the question?
I do have a question though. I understand you're looking at this the problem of mental health in America.
Did you just like lick the microphone?
Dude,
What happened there?
I just want to hear the question.
What can we do as individuals practically help? Be very quiet.
Yeah, so I think that a lot of the times, we as humans,
Leviticus 18:22.
either way, we tend to create dichotomies that don't have to exist. So
Kind of funny.
I don't think the issue is, like what John said, go outside.
What did I do?
Working out.
Oh.
Right. These are all extremely
All right.
beneficial
Come
for
on.
mental well-being. But it's also true that therapy and even medication, if necessary, can also be beneficial for your well-being. It's not an either or. It's not competing ideas. It's that if you as an individual are
Yeah, how about Luke 17:2 as well?
go to the therapist or take any kind of pharmaceutical medication, then you should go outside. You should exercise. You should
Can we get a physiognomy check on this guy?
There are ways that
There's a guy in
improve your own life just by doing these simple things. But again, it's not a
His name is John Smith. His name is John Smith. Like the original John Smith, he did not read the Bible.
I would say that it is also true.
No, well,
Testosterone does.
you don't need to have Christ in your heart to know not to groom kids, but the Bible does say that the word is written in your heart. Everybody has the intuitive.
Sam, we've got Hail Satan in chat along with pro pedophilia. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah. I prefer censorship to actually debating.
So,
Only when it benefits me, though.
Literally, yeah.
Are you a hypocrite? No, I don't.
Hunter can't even bench the bar. I don't know which Hunter we're talking about, but I agree. Can we get rid of live fart times, please?
That's going to make them feel happy, and it ends up just turning them into like a zombie or something. And again, creatine outperforms SSRI.
What church says this?
Another thing, though, it is very true. In male social circles,
Does the church teach that it is immoral for women to be employed, or what? Read literally anything that Paul writes ever.
right? Like
Also, in was their argument that it's not biblical for a woman to work at all?
Yeah.
Well, you look at the Proverbs 31 woman, right? And she works. That's the ideal woman, right?
establishing those.
But it talks about how she runs a business on the side to support her husband or to help her husband, right? Supplementary. She'll sew, she'll cook, she'll do all these things.
Yeah, let's listen to.
It's silly to say that
we're
it's
gonna
not
listen to
biblical for a woman
John
not to
instead
work.
of debating people that deny Christ. I think.
Is incredibly important for mental well-being. Although what you said about depression is warning you, I don't think that that's very accurate summary of
Yes,
depression. I mean,
Chase, the answer to your
look
question
at
is
the
yes.
brains of depressed people, and they found decreases in activity in the hippocampus, for example. So there are problems in the brain.
Well, the problem, Chase, is that you deny your heart.
Feelings, and I don't think that those.
Having a supplementary text is incredibly useful when you, with only your heart to guide you, will create increasingly elaborate copes for your own flesh desires.
It says that in Jeremiah that the heart is deceitful above all else. And if you know the context of Jeremiah in that time, then that scripture hits a little harder too.
You might do
If you remove this
something
John Smith
wrong
guy.
and think to yourself, I feel a state of despair because of this.
Yeah.
You can explain it neurochemically and be like, oh, despair is actually when this secretes less of this hormone.
Handshake
whatever.
emoji.
You're experiencing
We get
despair.
three or four.
How about a democracy? I'll leave it up to vote whether or not we kick him.
Obviously, he's cringe.
Well, let's put it to vote. Raise your hand if you think we should kick him.
No, I'm going to make a poll.
Oh.
There's always something causing this, except in very
So I was gonna say.
in terms of the average person who's experiencing depression.
Sam claims to be anti-democracy, makes a poll among the proles.
Makes you think.
Cuddle if you have. It's not gay.
Benching 300, not afraid. 300 cheeseburgers a day.
Real. They want
So we can all agree that we go gym.
Y'all saying the same things I used to say. I used to be Christian, but I feel like this is going down. I wasn't a true Christian. Yeah, you're definitely a lot smarter now that you've completely denounced Christ. You're right.
In which Jake Paul incepted the white boy summer checklist in design.
Well, first of all, Jake Paul is white excellence. You look at guys like Jake Paul, guys like Tom Brady, people just get mad at them because they're like basically confident in themselves. And these guys, Jake Paul in particular, he'll be asked a question like, don't you think it was like racist?
Slightly offensive stream right now, it's so over.
Boxer? And he's like 95 IQ, so he's like, no, I don't know, it's just a fight. He's so willing to dismiss that, but I don't know, I mean, he is White Boy Summer, and the whole idea with White Boy Summer as a meme is actually reflecting the fact that white guys, even if they want to acknowledge it to the extent that I will, are sick of being told that we're like these bozos who aren't good at anything, and we need people who are, better educated than us, from more vibrant cultures than us to come through and like take the reins of what is frankly the greatest civilizations ever been built from European men.
Let's go.
And I think that if we can cope with that by kind of pretending that like we get our own
14% commit.
Jake
What?
Paul's the ambassador. I'll be Jake Paul's top guy.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Any black folk in chat?
Right here, big guy.
You talk a lot about societal
as somebody who grew up in the hood, I'm geographically black, so I'll answer any questions you might have.
We got to hear the question, just the
way
question.
that enforcement mechanism is engaged, because I can name plenty of ways that it's engaged in the opposite direction. I mean, we can look at the characterization of adult fathers, white men primarily, on cartoon television. So I'm wondering if you can get more than just saying society, Joker, ha ha ha, but actually get to the details and give recent examples.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the great example is like what I mentioned before about the study where they found that even having something as subtle as a picture of a man as the scientist in the textbook.
Denounce the structure of the Bible.
It's interesting how you frame it, though. I didn't denounce Christ. I denounced the structure of the Bible and the many inconsistencies it has with reality.
Sometimes is because it's easy.
I almost said a funny word.
Is it biblical to beat Nick for fun?
But there are also strong pushes still for these traditional.
I'd be very interested to know what inconsistencies you have found that
and so I think that a lot of it just comes from
that thousands of years of biblical scholars were unable to suss out. I said the word.
Sussy photo.
Sussy photo.
But I find it far more likely that you found some things that seem like if you have a very sophomoric understanding of the Bible, they seem like inconsistencies, and you didn't look into those anymore, or you rejected any biblically literate explanation as a cope for not wanting to be held accountable for your actions.
Here's a hot take. If you read the Bible and you thought it was wrong or there were inconsistencies,
Read it again.
Yeah, frankly, you're just bad at reading.
Reading comprehension skills.
Frankly, you just need to lift more. That's what you need to do.
And you know what? Why would you say that about women if they are so sensitive?
Yeah.
One photo would just dissuade them.
I don't know. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be an own. 40 years.
They can see the horizon. They can build America back better. Stupid white men. And they would be off put by that because of a photograph.
Right,
they're not that fragile.
It's not that they're all
listen to
put.
Doyle.
It's that there are subconscious biases that can be reinforced. I think that a lot of us underestimate the power that subconscious ideals can play in decision making in the future.
Prius.
real American patriots.
Let's go!
He looks so sad.
His daughter's trans.
Who's?
So, John, earlier you mentioned that
sad man.
Fitness is a
Wait,
great example
really?
of male gender role. Can you just give us one for the boys? Why is fitness so important? Yeah, give us some
I can't even read
It's like 30-year-old dude.
If your OHP is this percent of your body weight, then your confidence, it's cool. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do as a man. I forget who said this. I'm going to butcher the quote. Those of us who are maybe familiar. What a tragedy it would be for a man.
I think you missed the it and also the IQ points.
Highest form of potential, if you will. I mean, why would you not want to look like that? Why would you not want to be like that? And that's, of course, why there's no.
Yeah, but Chase, if you
listen to John talk about the overhead press.
Okay.
It's inherently dangerous.
The Giga Chad.
Yeah.
There will never be an equivalent of the Giga Chad for women. There just won't be, because men will look at someone who is literally like comically in shape and be like, I need to do that. I need to be better. Women will look at a bikini.
The female Giga Chad is like just Barbie, right?
Yes.
And so we're more competitive in the sense that we want to aspire to that. And women are just like, well, I'm the best and everyone So I think it's incredibly important. It's important for your confidence. It makes you more confident. Which, as a man, I mean, if you have confidence, you can do anything. They always say, you can do anything with your mind to. No, you can't. You have to be confident in that you can do that. That's what they mean by putting your mind to it. You have to be confident. You can't just be like, I think I can do this.
This would have been
know it, right? And
this would have been a really great Christ plug.
No one's going to take you seriously. Also, I mean, Chris Christie. No one takes him seriously. There's something about physiognomy that's very real, and as much as we might like to think otherwise, it's the case. So you want to look your best, you want to dress nice, well groomed, but also be in shape.
His suit does look nice.
People respect you more for it.
Thank you.
That's got to be tailored.
I agree a lot with what you have said there, John, as far as...
Can I talk now that Hunter's alleviating?
No. I think this is also a good example of something that doesn't need to be gendered. Now, of course, if you're a male and you have testosterone, the ability to exercise is going to result in more muscle accumulation. Again, biology is real, I never said otherwise. However, working out and exercising is beneficial for everybody's mental well-being, everybody's confidence. And so I don't think this is
then why don't you do it?
for men to do. I think that everybody should aspire to live healthier lives.
Is that
this is just a
people
comment,
should be
but
healthy.
thank you to both of you for just taking time out to come up here. I'm with the Georgia State Turning Point, and with the two guys over there with the MAGA hat. And
I hope you feel better.
we're big fans. By John Doyle.
Get well soon.
We're really big fans of you. And we drove 3 hours all the way from Atlanta to get here.
I drove 6.
I don't know if you have like a schedule, like if it's like not too packed. If you have time, like sometime next semester, would you be open to just coming out to our campus?
Oh,
if you're
gosh.
Open to,
if you ever go to one of these things, don't do this.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Just send me an email.
Just send me an email.
Can we get the 3 gentlemen, or 3?
Yes.
Can we get the 3 gentlemen who drove all this way to come to the dinner with us?
Yes,
Can we do that? Let's go.
Okay, Paige.
Yes.
Let's go.
You've got to pay like $200 to go to that dinner, I think.
So wait, am I just not
Is the dinner gonna be We could get Vic to make us burgers and like pretend we're there.
So you can sit at a table with John, based, but also
watching Hunter Avallone in 2016.
So, like,
oh wait,
Might as well sit at the table at home.
Hunter Avallone. Running circles around the
2016 Hunter
SJWs now? Not so much.
I still like to run the circles around the SJWs, all right? Not every liberal-leaning person is an SJW.
oh, shut up.
Thank you. Now I am getting tried, so.
Thank you everybody for great questions. Let's give everybody a round of applause.
Single-handedly saved this stream.
And
That's actually true.
Coming out, let's thank our debaters. The UTK exec board here at Unscience America University of Tennessee has been fantastic. It really means a lot.
No context, Doyle. We want to give a shout out to him.
It's hard doing this. It's very hard. A lot of people face a lot of intimidation.
We got a Calvinist in chat.
Pushback from your friends, family.
The stream was predestined to fail.
To come out and do this and to put the work in is amazing. So let's just.
What's the point of a word being an errand if it's interpretable? Uninterpretable. I mean, what's that even supposed to mean?
Can you use easier to understand words?
Yeah, what's the point of writing down a number if I cannot look at the number and come up with a different number? Why even bother writing down numbers at all? Just because I'm retarded, why would you even bother writing things down?
So what do you guys think of this stream?
Canary based.
I want to talk about Chase.
What do you think of the debate, guys?
Well, the little bit that we got to watch was pretty good.
I mean,
I when you look into the camera, do that again.
Me?
Zoom out.
JJ, my beloved.
Don't say that.
Let me give you the Sam Daly stare. Let's see.
How long is this bit going to go on for? The staring into the camera bit?
We got one more person who's watching, so at least until they leave.
Okay.
No pressure. Oh, that might be me, actually.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and subscribe and like, comment, and do that kind of stuff. We appreciate that you came to watch this.
Well, we
debate
appreciate some of you.
Yeah.
More than others.
Guys, I'm trying to do the close.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So
make sure you plug the soap.
Yeah, Chase is gay. It's my final.
Chase could be saved.
Yeah, I can fix him.
I guess we have a bunch of chat like going crazy right now. Do you guys believe the cussing and unclean language are sinful? It's my understanding that churches generally advise believers not to use words like the R word.
What is the R word? Retarded?
Robitussin, I think.
You can't just say that on stream. That's why we say the R word.
I've got the R word pass.
Well,
I'd actually like to hear your take on this, Nick. What do you think of cursing?
So, I don't think it's inherently sinful, but as Christians, we do have to present ourselves as, image bearers of Christ. So we have to be a little more, think a little bit more about what we say, how we present ourselves. So I don't typically cuss personally, just because it's, I find it distasteful. But saying it's inherently a sin, I think, is flawed logic.
Well, I also think, the Bible does say explicitly, let no unclean thing pass through your lips. But I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the context of that, so it may be referring to something like heresy. I'm not
That
sure.
might be a question that you ask on another show when we have Deacon Josh here, somebody who's more qualified to answer a question.
But one of the virtues is temperance. So if you're going out and saying things that I'm not going to say on... If you're going out and saying things that I'm not going to say on stream, I think that you are not being particularly temperate. If you smack your head off of Sam Daly's dinner lamp contraption and you scream out a mean word, I think that that's not, you're not going to go to heck for that. But I think that you should always practice temperance. But I disagree with the premise of the question. Retard is a funny word, and it's not a dirty word, and you're retarded.
Damn. All right. That settles that.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions in chat? There isn't more than one way to interpret there isn't more than one way to interpret the Bible. The Bible is what it is, and there's none. Are we having a whole entire
No, there are two ways to interpret the Bible: the right way and the wrong way.
My way and your way. No, I will say that is there are different ways to interpret the Bible because you look at different denominations and things like that, and it's people who interpret the same things in slightly different ways, and that affects their worldview and how they perceive things.
Does it really make sense to you, Chase, that because something is difficult to understand that it is wrong? That doesn't seem like a particularly robust thesis.
Do you think that even if there were one objective way to understand it, which there is, that flaws in human nature would open it up to, kind of different interpretations anyway?
Here's my take on the whole entire, saying bad words. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
Thank you, Sam. Very
Christian
cool. What's the next
and
question?
Comedy.
Go ahead. Is he muting me?
The stream is too high production to have 30 viewers. I don't know if that's you're trying to hype us up or you're trying to be rude,
Vic,
but
I need you to get the belt.
I completely agree.
And go over and take care of this for me.
The bit ended like an hour ago.
Yeah, no, that bit's over. It's not funny anymore.
It'll be funny.
It just hurts.
It will be funny. If you do it harder than usual, then it's more funny. I swear. I did it earlier. It's great.
The humor is directly
I'm gonna get close to the
proportional to the
mic.
amount
If you
of
hit me, you're gonna damage the equipment.
sacrifices need to be
Don't
made.
damage the equipment.
Yeah.
Right
He's
now,
cowering behind a 50-pound microphone.
I need to actually hear it through the microphone because I'm not showing it because I'm actually.
John Smith says, "Not a very strong foundation for religion." Your name is literally John Smith. You're coping.
SDS theology debate. Honestly, Michael, if you have just tuned into SDS.
Ow.
Okay, stop hitting him. That's
Ow,
okay.
Stop, please.
We treat our interns with respect here. That's what I was gonna say here at SDS. But if you haven't,
we're gonna
tuned in,
make them respect us.
Yes, 100%. If you haven't tuned in here, first of all, this is soap that I'm holding. Is that if you become a supporter of the show?
What flavor is the soap?
What flavor is it?
Yeah,
it's actually unflavored.
It's unflavored.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't smell.
That's because you haven't eaten it yet.
So
yeah,
just,
you have to eat this soap. I mean, I'm not telling you to
Give
eat
me
the
the soap. Give me the soap. I'll tell you what it tastes like.
All right, it's coming over.
Yep.
I'm gonna just.
Yeah,
I'm not even
I'm-
looking at you. I'm gonna just swing it.
Yeah, throw it.
Okay. All right. No, just.
You're making me wait for like 20 minutes. All right. Are you ready?
You're gonna eat.
You're gonna eat the soap.
It's Randy's soap. He said I can eat it.
What if I don't have it on camera when you're doing it? How do you feel?
There's bite marks.
Ooh. Wait. Let me show your teeth.
British.
Oh, wait a second. Now there's a gap.
Yeah.
Show your teeth to the. Look at this. I would not eat the soap because it does lead to gap tooth.
Oh, it tastes fucking awful. I mean, stinking awful. Sam.
Yeah. Oh!
This stream just ended.
Anyway, so what I was saying though is that if you haven't tuned into SDS, is that there was a debate. You said something about debate in chat. There was a debate about 3 episodes ago, maybe.
Vic.
Look at the Deacon Josh episode.
Give me a water.
It's the Max Daily Show.
Is it?
From about halfway. Yes.
Yeah. Jump to the Max Daily Show episode, and you'll get to see a debate
Well,
between.
now that we have all these guys,
good
we should
friend-
pitch our idea for a show and see if people like it.
So, would anyone be interested?
Wait. You're gonna pitch your show idea on my show?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit. You go.
Black people. We've all seen one. Some of us may have even seen 2. This is unrelated to the pitch. So, we're gonna have a rap review channel, and we're gonna smoke marijuana the entire time.
Now legalized in our state.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh. And we're gonna find like the 12 ugliest members of the SDS community, and we're gonna line them up in bleachers like the bimbos on like the Andrew Tate show. And then we're gonna ask them things, and then when they speak up, we're gonna cut them off and make them look as retarded as possible, and then continue to talk for several hours about the same rap CD.
I don't endorse any of this. This is something I heard it for the first time tonight. But if you do, people are in the chat here. Ashlyn says bad idea.
I asked you for a water bottle.
Ashlyn says degenerate.
Yeah.
Max
says base.
Michael says Max gonna be free or fire at the rap.
Zelensky says it's
black.
degenerate.
There's actually people that still believe that you're black, Max.
He is black.
Still think he's
Hey,
black.
wait, whoa! Get those logos off of the scratch those labels off of the water. Come on,
This
man.
is sponsored by.
Max, are you crying right now?
It's actually sponsored by Sam's Club, which is.
No, this is my club, not Sam's Club C, but my club.
Man, you made me
This is a
cry.
great idea, but the only thing that you need is Alex Jones rambling in the background.
I
think
mean, we
that's
can
a
do some
terrible
Alex Jones ASMR. We just put him up in the background.
Who's this funny too? You've been watching for like 2 hours.
I am actually really concerned for the health of
Here's a
those who
take
have
that
been
most
watching this
people
whole
aren't
time.
ready for. Did you know that Mormons invented the blockchain?
I did not know that.
Yeah, John
That's a very
Smith
cool
himself, when he dug up the golden tablets that he used to ride the wave like a surfboard to the blockchain. One Piece is actually an allegory for the discovery of the blockchain.
Is this true?
Yes.
Back to the mental welfare of some people. I think if you're going to sit here and watch a stream that you dislike for 2 hours straight,
Talk closer to the microphone.
Say things like "Hail Satan" and "God sucks."
Can we clip that?
No. What are you doing?
Vic,
with your life?
you gotta step softer. Sorry, this is out of. How do I say this? This is our first show where we have our interns that are learning. They're trying to understand the equipment here.
I'm really not.
You know.
Yeah, it took me like 30 minutes today to get through the letter A. We're gonna teach them how to read.
We've gotten to number 27.
This is very true.
So we're starting from the bottom.
Some people can't even count to 27.
He mixes up 7 and 16. I don't even know like.
Pastor Jim Bob and his rediscovery of the King James Bible.
As long as he doesn't mix up 18 and 12, I think we're fine.
Preston, you didn't come.
Why'd you ban me from the show, Sam? Didn't Max? That
Yeah,
was your job.
yeah,
to
that was my
contact
job.
him.
Nah, man, I don't want to be in an echo chamber.
You couldn't
Literally
make it.
sits around in our echo chamber for 2 hours.
There's an echo chamber in the sense that Well, it's us and some
We're all correct.
erratic white woman in the chat, but we love the white woman, so.
Yeah, Chase, are you a white woman? There's a right answer and a wrong answer.
The right answer is giving me
Sam
your phone
hasn't said
number.
it's daily in time. I did call you.
This guy says this stream sucks. Sam hasn't said it's Dalen time.
Been here for 15 minutes.
It's Dalen time.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I just shilled for the chat.
Yeah.
I promised myself. I promise. Listen.
We do not negotiate with terrorists, Sam.
There's got to be music here that I can play. Hold on.
Play some gubstep.
Gubstep. Can we fire Max? Go for it.
Here, wait. Oh, what?
Oh, this goes hard.
Eat the swamp. That's kind of based, actually. Eat the swamp, eat the soap.
Swamp eats is eat the
His
swamp.
voice makes me laugh.
Thank you.
I don't think that they were talking about your voice. They were talking about Nick's.
Oh,
I do have a very good voice.
I reckon it's Max's funny sounding voice.
We've lost Chase.
He's got quite the speech impediment. Going through therapy. I'm a gay white male. I could have called that one.
Okay, let's clip that.
Do we have our first
Dude,
gay
you literally denounced Christ so that you continue to take it up the butt.
Bruv.
It's that simple.
We're getting taken off the air.
Vic, we need to bring back down. Come here. Where you at? He ran off.
Thank
Our
goodness.
intern has quit.
We're so back.
You dumb, stupid idiot, Sam. Preston, that's the last time I read your comment on here. We got Michael Canary who says, I loved it when Sam said it's Dalen time.
Nah, man, I was fruity
Dale
before and
all over
after
the
my experience with... That is what I'm saying.
I don't understand this thing where people say experience with Christianity. I'm going to try Christianity for a month and see what happens. Like, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, if you experienced Christianity and you aren't currently Christian, then you weren't. Then you didn't experience Christianity.
I'm gonna just experience eternal salvation for.
You know, I like this
4
Chase
days.
guy. I like the fact that
we know
he's
you
here.
do.
If you like him so much, why don't you marry him?
I like that he's here engaging with us, but he's lost.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that we would like you to come back, Chase. Chase, there's somebody I'd like to introduce you to. His name is Anarcho Josh. You might get along with him.
Genuinely. Watch the Max Daily Show from about 1 hour 15 in.
And also watch the rest of the shows.
You'll see a great discussion between a deacon that we had on and Anarcho Josh, who I believe it is in a similar situation to you currently.
In fact, I'm saying this, I'm serious. If you go back to every single one of the videos that I have ever posted and comment on them, I don't know, what should he comment?
Say funny gamer words.
I don't know what F word she's talking about.
If you go back and you just comment, I don't even care what you comment on every single one of my videos. We will fly you out here and you can be on the show. And then
wait, who?
We can have dialogue here in person.
That's crazy. Max Daily Show, 3 hours of him benching.
He wouldn't even fly me out, and he's gonna fly you out. This is You better take him up on the offer.
I would do this.
He won't even beat you with a belt that many times.
Well, see, that's what we do. We get him to fly over here, and we'll pay for it. Then he has to choose whether he wants to pay to fly back or stay here with us.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't ever say that we would pay for the flight back.
Don't go back, Chase.
Whoa! What intonation?
John Smith at it again.
Satan is the good guy in the Garden of Eden story. God is evil. See, this is nothing to do.
Oh, somebody's read Paradise Lost.
Back to.
Stinky.
This is back to my earlier comment. If you read the Bible and thought that good God was the bad guy, then you just suck at reading. To be honest.
He didn't even read Paradise Lost.
The part whenever
watched
Joseph
the
was in
Wendigoon
slavery.
Summary of it.
Joseph was in slavery, and then he became the most powerful person in Egypt. Yeah, that was.
Yikes! I can't be in a room with a bunch of men. Don't you guys already? Yeah, you can't be exposed to a standard that you fail to meet.
Sam flying the first gay viewer out, all expense paid.
Well, not
kind
the
of
first.
sus. It's actually not the first. I think the first one was what's his name? JJ. Yeah, that's right.
Watch your tone.
He likes it in the.
Well,
never mind. Janus.
No, I'm not going to continue that sentence.
Anyway, I think that the stream has gone on long enough, so I'm going to go ahead and close this out.
Sam deciding to end the stream.
It's 9:39.
It's 9:39.
It's 9:39 right now, and I got to get to sleep. You got to get to sleep. If you aren't going to sleep,
what if you go to bed and we can just keep going?
You don't even have to cut the camera. We can all sleep on the floor.
We'll have a sleepover, live sleepover.
If y'all are my standard, I need to.
Me.
Put some F's in the chat if you
I'm
want
not
us
the
to
Sam
stream
because
us
I'm
sleeping.
not perfect. So.
Yeah, that's actually fair.
You say you're not perfect?
Yes, because I'm not unorthodox, bro. They will claim this.
God condones slavery. God told. Okay,
Based.
anyway, I'm closing out. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Again, subscribe, comment, like, whatever. Do the things that people tell you to do on YouTube. Tune in tomorrow. Are we doing a stream tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, we are
day.
the Sam Daily Show this week only.
Okay, yes. While I'm here, I'm going to beat Sam to death if he misses a single day of the Sam Daily Show this week. Like, I will actually end him. So, you have a lot to look for. Well, I shouldn't be that.
You have commentary to look forward to.
You have something to look for.
Decide yourself whether it's good or
Yeah.
not.
So, we're going to be doing a stream every day this week. I've made the executive decision that I'll be hosting on Friday along with Max.
Oh, based.
And we're going to be doing what, like a 30-minute segment. We're going to discuss current events.
That's right.
We're trying to see if we can get this a little bit more consistent.
We're aware that it's not daily.
And
so
if we get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the week, we're firing Sam.
Yeah.
It will just be the
Literally the case. We should do this.
It'll be the Daily Show. Hi, my name is from the Daily Show.
Just got to stutter.
This was fun. I might have to come back for a second round.
We need more
Gets
red
destroyed by men, comes back for a
what?
second round.
Curious. Kind of gay.
So
Max
everything
Daily
that
Show.
he just
They're
said
saying
is
it,
exactly
folks.
what's going to happen. Yes, I finally have a producer here, which is great. It is producer Dan. Is that your
It's
name?
producing time.
Who's Dan?
No, Owen. Producer Owen.
Bro,
did you forget my name?
I don't, it just slipped my mind. It's cool.
Okay. It's not
better
cool.
end the stream before I finish this water bottle, or you're gonna get it.
Okay. What else is there? Oh yeah, go to Sam Daily Show. There's some stories on there. We got our writing team going at it. If you also are on Facebook, we're on Facebook. Go check out our Facebook page. Get excited, ladies and gentlemen. We've also got a TikTok, Instagram, and all that other fun stuff. So thank you again, and have yourself a phenomenal night as I try to find the stop streaming button.
J.